WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
I'm your host, Graylin Bryant Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
Samara Dupree on the other side of the glass, y'all. Got to turn your mic up.
The slidey thingy, I keep forgetting.
The
it.
slidey thingy.
That's a big part.
The slidey
Big part of
thingy
what
is
you
in
do.
there, yeah.
The
Your
slidey
mastering of the slidey thingy is necessary, but keep working. Because Nairn's over your shoulder, making sure that you get it. He's an expert on the slidey thingy.
On the
At
slidey
least that's
thingy.
what I've heard.
That
Thank y'all
is
for
funny.
joining us as we begin today's program from the historic campus of Xavier University, from our studios right here at the foot of the overpass on South Norman C. Francis Parkway. www.wbok1230.com is the address. If you want to stop on by, grab yourself a comfortable chair, a mug or a tumbler of your favorite Frosty steamy adult beverage. Mind your manners. Holler at your people. Say good morning. And kick it with us for the next 3 hours as we continue to examine this world through a 504 focused scope. And of course, the top ranking way we love to hear from each and every one of y'all is the WBOK 1230 AM talk line. 504-582-9422 is the number. Holler at your folks. Let us know what's happening with you. Why you at, Kimba?
Good morning, Uncle Gray.
How you be?
It is Thursday.
Yes, 'tis.
Yes, it's-
Weekend begins. Yes, it do.
It's Thursday, and I am planning my next exercise experience.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know
CrossFit?
yet. No. Anything that has dance, I will do. Even if you include weights, but anything that looks like a workout, I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
So I
So what'd you
was
find?
taking inventory, and I'm like, okay, I'm almost 50. I have avoided having the post-pregnancy belly, and
Okay.
I've done a
PPB, the dreaded PPB.
or as my husband calls it, the biff,
The
the
biff.
booty in the front.
There you go. Seen many of those.
So I want to get to 50 without having it, and maybe that'll carry me forward as I go along, because you start gaining weight or holding on to weight longer the older you get. So it'll be somewhere between a Pilates and Zumba, and maybe a resistance, like a body weight resistance thing, because that tones me well.
Okay.
All
right.
And I had a good look today, and I was like, okay, my frame is cool. It's just that I haven't been active, so I'm not as toned as I would normally be.
Okay.
So yeah,
All right.
I'm just paying attention to that, because the older again that I get, I don't want to have to be like, oh, well, where are my feet? I can't see them anymore.
Or just to be able to get up.
That too.
You could have a little extra weight as long as you're healthy and able to move.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's what the exercise does. Because I didn't. Now you said Pilates. That was curious, because that's not dance. That's kind of.
But it's
hard for what
dance
they tell me.
like.
Because the stretching.
Yes.
It's like a bar when you're doing the bar.
And you can do it,
stretching.
and you can do it without, because there are different resistance things. Because I have a Pilates mat at home that has like a weighted end to it, and so the repeated movements of like the resistance bands from what it is that you're using, that helps with toning. And no, it's not something that, it's not like mindless. Like people who go to the gym and they put on their track and they already know in their mind they could just lift because that's their thing. For me, that's torture. I hate that. But the paying attention to how things connect, like you can feel your individual muscles working together to do this movement. Yeah.
Kinesthetic.
That's right. That
Yeah.
makes more sense to me.
Yeah. No. I get it.
So yeah, Pilates is definitely more dance related, in the sense that the stretching is there, and like breath control,
Yeah.
and posture is important. So that's something that I automatically will lean to.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But
I can dig it.
regular
Sound like the
workout-
same part in a different room.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the workout that, like, Kamara is a avid work. He goes to the gym a lot.
Yeah.
And the things I knew when we were dating and we would go to the gym, I was like, yeah, I'm never gonna be able to do
Yeah,
this
I'm not coming
craziness.
with you.
Yeah, no, this is not for me. Or if whatever you do, I'm gonna go in that room. You go over there, and then,
Mm-hmm.
we'll do
Mm-hmm.
our things. But
See you in the sauna.
yeah, yeah, because I'm not doing all of that extreme stuff. No.
All right. All right. Well,
But
that'll work,
people who
man.
have been in the military or like police
Oh
officers
yeah.
tend to like more aggressive type workouts, and
That's the life.
my mouth is aggressive enough. I don't need to do.
You know, so you get aggressive mouth, you better stay in shape because you got to bag it up.
Yeah, exactly, exactly, and which is why well, not why I dance so long, but like dancing,
Yeah.
for the majority of my life has kept me from,
Hmm.
gaining too much weight one way or another.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Well, my mom was cleaning up her house and she found a pair of sneakers, brand new, New Balance, and I think they were mine. I never put them on, so she called me. I got them at the house now. So, yep,
You got you some new shoes.
got me a pair of new, old pair of new
Old
sneakers,
pair of new
pair of old
shoes.
sneakers. So
Oh,
yeah, all
goodness.
right. That might be when you say this, that might be the sign I need to start walking
Mm. Hmm.
more since I got a new pair, dedicated walk. Because I walk the dog. You know, we do about a mile and a half
Right.
every time we walk, so it's a couple of miles a day. But dedicated,
Hmm.
dedicated walking, just to, you know, say that I walked
Now,
instead of just walk the
at
dog.
one point, I got up to running, and running had always been an issue for me from young.
Mm-hmm.
But I got up to like running for, I think, a little over a mile. I got to be able to do it, but it causes issues with my back.
Okay.
We talk about the butt bra situation. People who are busty, that
Mhm.
constant up and down. If you are, chunky, that will
Most
cause you.
stuff move. Most stuff move. It's the same,
you know,
same party, different
it's
room.
like, man, this is problematic. But a good brisk walk,
Walking
my
that.
walking
Listen,
pace is real good.
listen. I am a stern believer because I'm telling you, I've been here, and the people who have lived the longest, the people who walk this, we've been walking before there were cycles,
Mhm.
and walking before there were the machines, and it's the most natural thing that you can do. It's what your body was built to do.
Right,
It's what
right.
your body was built to do. Now, I remember one line from I think it was Conan when he met the thief out in the desert, and they were running. He said, "To be a thief is to run." So that's when they started. They were running across the desert. I said, I always thought about this. Say, I'm not gonna be doing too much running, but I'm not gonna be doing too much
if
running.
that's the qualification,
Yeah, that's it.
I'll
I
tap
know. I
out.
remember. I remember. I forgot that Loki. Something his name was, but he was he was stealing something. Met
Hmm.
Schwarzenegger, and then Schwarzenegger got caught up with him. They had to run away. They were running across the desert,
Hmm.
and Conan, whoever he was at the time, said, "Man, why do you run all the time?" He said, "I am a thief. To be a
Well,
thief, you have to run.
and knowing is half the battle.
It's half the battle." I mean, Command knew who he was. He said, "Look, man, that's what I do."
Yeah,
Mark said, "Running is pressure on the lower back."
and the knees,
Yeah.
and the knees.
Walk, baby. It's the set. Just walk. Just get up, go walk around the block, walk around the corner, walk
Mm.
down the street. When you usually jump in your car to run to the store to go get your cigarettes.
Walk there. That's if you live in the city, though, because
Oh yeah,
like
well,
where
yeah.
we live,
You gotta walk.
that
You gotta
looks
drive
different.
to a park.
That looks different.
You can still walk.
We can walk to our park. Like we will walk
Yeah.
the dogs to the park,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. You can still walk.
they have a blast.
Most design neighborhoods are laid out like that from a civil engineering standpoint to make it walkable. Although you don't have, you got to leave to get to
Hmm.
the conveniences, stores and stuff. But the neighborhoods themselves, they're made to be walkable.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We have two parks that are walking distance from our house. We
Okay.
have
Okay.
the park that is down ADR Pent, and we have the park that's Woodmere Park. In the park that's on the
Wait,
other side,
no, because I know the one in Woodmere.
right? And then so if you go across Cousins and go straight across the street, remember the park that me and Auntie Ariane used to walk in, where they had the baseball field. That's park.
The baseball field is in the Woodmere park.
No, there's another one on the other side. We haven't been since you were a little or smaller kid, with the snowball all across your face. It's been a little while,
It's like
but we've been there.
yesterday.
There's one on the, if you go the opposite way and keep going, there's another park on that side.
No,
you
when
go.
you go into when you
You know
instead
what the
of-
store is on the corner?
Yeah.
If you go past that store.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I know.
So we have two parks within walking distance. We haven't taken the dogs to that park. We always taking the Woodmere. Might change it up and bring them to that park.
Oh, new smells. Dogs love that.
Mm-hmm.
Dogs love that.
A dog.
New sniffs, stuff that I haven't said. Oh, then I could mark some new territory
Yeah, that would be
to let them know that I've been here.
Hey, y'all, look at me. I've been here.
Yes, indeed. That's how it go, baby.
Good
Yeah.
Lord. They are hilarious. They are certainly
The
hilarious.
lives of dogs.
They're
My
a little
dog-
much.
they-
They are.
My Columbus, I didn't know this was possible, but Columbus had a nightmare the other night because you see dogs sleeping, they do it like that,
Mhm.
right? And they he was asleep on the floor, right in front of the TV, and sitting there watching, and all of a sudden he just all four just jumped up, right?
I haven't seen that one. I have
And
seen
it's
the running
but
in the sleep.
His tail, no, he stood up,
No,
like
okay.
this, but his eyes closed.
Oh, that was wild.
His eyes closed. His tail was curled like that, and he was like,
In his sleep.
and you know what I did? I started looking around the room. You think I knew that said, but I did. I started looking around the room. I said, "Hold
Are
on,
we
puppy.
are we not
Are we-
alone?
Yeah, what's happening, Bev?
What
you
is
see?
happening?
What you see?" And then I said, "Columbus," and he went, "Huh?" Like that, and it was like
He was
Like
snapped
if he
out
was-
of
yeah,
his
it was like, what the-
trance.
I'd never seen that before. I've had dogs.
I've never seen
never
that. I have
before.
seen
I've seen
the running feet.
the
Yeah, in the
The sounds
your
in the
dream
sleep,
and
the
yeah.
dreaming and
But
stuff
I've
like that.
never seen
That's
that.
why I said it wasn't nice. He jumped. So, well, what you see, puppy? It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
See y'all on the other side of the break. I was
On Auto Trends with JeffCars.com, here's a snippet of some of what we cover. GPS Pioneer Gladys West.
We worked long hours computing trajectory orbits and satellite orbits, trying to get the data and everything correct enough.
Auto Analyst Mark Bland.
14 new vehicle deals that happen in this country out of every 100 that women don't have a fingerprint on.
To tune in, check out Auto Trends with JeffCars.com, Saturdays at 4 p.m. on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about.
Muggy and dry start, highs in the low 90s, but feeling like the upper 90s with mostly sunny skies. There's a slight chance for an afternoon shower. These will be hit or miss. Lows tonight in the 70s and mostly clear. Friday's highs are in the low 90s, but feeling like 100 in some spots. Another chance for spotty afternoon showers. More heat for the weekend. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
Welcome to Chemical of the Month by the community scientists at Rise St. James. This month we spotlight phthalates, chemicals added to plastics, especially PVC, to make them more flexible and durable. But there's more. Research shows phthalates may disrupt hormones, affect reproductive health, and contribute to environmental pollution impacting our communities. Join us as we explore how these additives shape our everyday lives and the world around us. For more details, visit risestjames.org. Empower your knowledge with Rise.
Hey, New Orleans, look for important changes to your natural gas service. This summer, Delta Utilities takes over for Entergy Gas with a Louisiana-born, Louisiana-based approach to safe, clean, reliable natural gas. No interruptions or rate changes due to the transition, just dependable service and modernized technology to keep you running smoothly. Get to know us at deltautilities.com and stay tuned for more later this summer. Delta Utilities, focused on natural gas, committed to New Orleans.
Visit DePaul's new Algiers Health Center at 2801 General de Gaulle Drive to receive primary and preventive care for both adults and children. Services also include behavioral health, imaging, and on-site pharmacy, vision, Medicaid enrollment assistance, and more. For appointments, visit DePaulCommunityHealthCenters.org or call 504-207-3060.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM.
All day long.
I'm your host, Graylin Bryant Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
Samari on the other side of the glass, y'all, bringing it to you right here.
Hey.
Yes, indeed. Brother Naira's around, of course, overseeing Making It Do What It Do on this Travel Thursday. The music gives you clues as to our destination. And
Where is he going?
If you have a guess, hit us up, 504-582-9422. Where's we headed? Do you know? Good morning, Josh.
Good morning, you two. How y'all doing?
Doing well. How are you?
Sir. And yourself?
I'm good. I'm good, man. I don't know where we're going, so I didn't call to take the guess. I'm calling is I had a proud front porch moment this morning.
Okay. Say more.
I love the preamble. A proud front porch moment. What happened?
Co-worker and I started talking, and then he said something. He referenced a person to the book, The Spook That Sat at the Door. Right?
Oh, okay.
But he gave the wrong reference. So I'm like, nah, he's not the spook who sat at the door, because the spook that sat at the door was on our side.
That's right. That's right.
He broke conversation and said, hey, man, it's good to talk to another person that reads. Now, had I not been going to listen to the porch, I'd have never thought about reading the book and never had this conversation.
Hey, brother.
I think I'm helping New Orleans out one step at a time.
That's all you get. That's a beautiful story.
You have let the people know that you are not one faceted. You have multiple facets.
That's right.
Multifaceted.
That's right. I love it. Not only able to read it, but let's discuss it. Let me tell you where you could be a little wrong. Show you different perspective.
I love that.
Well, apparently he didn't need me to go in to dive any further than what I did. So
yes, because you got him straight. You spoke with such authority. You knew what you were talking about. People not going to question.
It wasn't much more, because it was only a conversation starter.
That's right.
After that, he just proceeded to say, "Man, you know what, man? You got a little head on your shoulder." So I've been told.
That was the proverbial uncle.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. So
Well,
Yeah, my Front
congratulations,
Porch
my
moment.
friend. We are proud that you shared that moment and named it a front porch moment.
Yes.
We certainly appreciate that. It's beautiful.
Too
For
bad we
sure.
don't have more moments like that.
Josh, we
Y'all
get
can
it.
have
Get
drinking
off
books.
it. Your point has been made. Lay off of it.
Listen, you always say I'm a fair person. I just can't give you the good without the bad.
Balance,
You
my
can't-
friend. I
come on now.
understand
You
the
gotta
yin and the
have
yang.
balance. The universe needs balance.
Balance. I agree. I can't argue with you. I can't
That's
argue
all I'm
with you.
saying. I just like we only was to have continued that. Who knows where I'd be at? I'd probably be an elected official.
You could very
You
well
could
be.
be that now.
You could very well be.
Your start was
No, I was
promising.
trying to be one because I haven't read a book to make me want to be
That's
one.
my. I got the point you was making, boss.
Mm-hmm.
I got the point you was making. Yes, sir.
Leave it alone.
Good job, though, my friend.
Hey, man,
Congratulations.
listen, even though you guys sometimes abuses me,
We do, and quiet as it's kept.
You
we
like it.
no, not as much as Elwood and Pam does.
No, don't worry about it. Well, we
I'm not
like
into
it.
that.
Take care
So,
of yourself.
As long
Worry
as
about
somebody
yourself.
like it.
Yeah, I'm not into S&M.
I understand. We
I'm
just
saying.
we just into what we into. We don't like labels.
Yeah.
You
So,
know.
There you go.
Front Porch moment. Just thought I'd share that with y'all.
Well, thank you so
my
much.
friend. That's a great story, and we appreciate you sharing it, Josh, for real.
No problem.
All right.
man. Take it
Later.
easy. Later. Yes, indeed.
Well,
Sam Green
well,
Lee,
actually,
the spook who sat by
this
the door.
is actually what happened.
Yeah.
Oh. I
That's
thought I
right.
was going to throw that out there and nobody else
And
was
nobody
gonna
was
know.
going to say nothing. But I said, no, man. No. Freeman wanted to lead the revolution.
Yeah.
And he learned how to do it from the inside.
Mhm.
That's why his name was
Spook.
Freeman.
Spook. The spook.
He was the spook.
Yes.
They taught him how.
Mhm.
And then he taught us. Oh, great story. Sam Green. You know, the book was tried to be banned. You know, they didn't want him to print it. They tried to make a movie, and they didn't want the movie
They wouldn't
to be made.
greenlight it.
Oh, man.
It's coming.
Oh, it should come.
It's
It
coming.
should come right now, man. Somebody needs to option that. Call your boy, man. Holla at me. Spook who sat by the door.
Mhm.
It really was made. It was actually finally made into a film. But
Okay.
I
Auto
think if
insurance
there's
all seems
any,
the same.
Wait, what is that?
Until it's time to use it.
Oh.
it's time. You see that? That's the universe telling y'all it's time. Whoever's listening out here, you want to produce something, let's option the spook who sat by the door and update and remake it.
Mhm.
That would be so apropos right about now.
Yeah.
It'd be a beautiful film, reimagined in using the technology and the talent from the day. I
Mhm.
think it'd be fantastic.
Absolutely.
So holla at me. That was my idea.
No. Cite your sources. Cite your sources.
But it still would be great.
Yeah, that would be a good launching pad to have some additional conversations. There was a poll about how women were different versus the 70s and versus the 80s
Mhm.
to now. And I thought some of the conversations about that sound the same.
Right.
Like women are independent and not leading, black women particularly,
Mhm.
not leaning on their men or not leaning on black men. And I was like, that sounds like today. Don't sound like much has changed in 40 years. So then what is the issue?
I see, and that would be my thing. Is if it was then and it is now, who are the sources? Is there a vested interest in making everybody believe that it's like that? Because I don't feel no different. The community that I've seen is, we got more young men in prison, which makes the numbers in the street off as far as women to men and the ratios of available men for women. Then when you add in the interest from other groups who just want to, get your rhythm without your blues and, make a little cute little baby and then move on and try to stay on that other side when they do that. Other than that, no, man. Why would you? I don't know what these studies supposed to prove, that people don't get along, that they do get along.
I don't know.
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't. What is it that is the end result that you were trying to? What's your point?
Mm-hmm.
When you make it that, yes, people don't get along. Yes, things happen. Yes, and we've seen that two countries separate and not equal. The study that was done, I think, during the Lyndon Johnson administration, that they tried to suppress, that showed the difference,
The
literal disparities in the country.
Mhm.
And that's what it was one country, two whole completely different populations. That was in the Johnson administration. Was that the 60s? 60s.
And has
And
much
if you look at
changed.
it, and if you look at it today, and the only thing that has changed, that there have been other groups that have come here in that interim, have gotten rich because we haven't turned our interest to ourselves.
Is that the only? Is that the
No,
only
I mean,
reason?
the system is set up. The system is set up to make you constantly reach for something that's not there. But the only thing we've never reached for is each other, because that has been beaten into us. Don't get me wrong; it's systemic. It is in the system is not broken.
It's working according to the way it was
Exactly
supposed to.
the way it was designed.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly which is why I just listen. You gotta buck the system. You gotta see the system and then purposely work away from it or around it with knowledge. But if you become a part of it and all you want to do is continue the subjugation of your own people because you chasing that goal, or you chasing that somebody name on your chest, or you this kind of car, whatever, then that's perpetuates exactly what we do. It's an American thing. You know, I keep saying that. Y'all don't think y'all Americans. I know you don't.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now I'm a New Orleanian, so I ain't like you.
Not different.
Yeah, I ain't like you.
Mm. Okay. All right. All right.
Yes, indeed. So you know, that's the way I see it, though. You know, the whole thing is, and just like Freeman, man, you learn it to break it.
But the unfortunate reality is that people are learning it to game it for themselves. And that's it.
That's it.
That's where they stop.
And that's the American in them. That's the American in them. The selfishness, the just me. You do you, I'm gonna do me. Don't nobody want to do we. That's why I say I'm not trying to throw a big old net. Not trying to throw. You got to get the ones around me that understand the game, that understand the goal, that are willing to do what it takes. And we're gonna do what it takes. We're gonna do exactly what it takes.
I'll be glad to see it when it actually can get there.
Oh yeah. And I hope more people come along.
We are a far cry.
Yeah, but we've done it. It's not like we haven't done it. Now, of course, they clamped down on it, burned it, bombed it, rioted it, killed it, and that was to try to instill in the next generation not to even try, because you know trauma can be transferred to a child through
DNA.
Through the mother. DNA is trauma. It's there. When I say it's systemic, it's systemic. I'm just saying we have done it before, but you got to do it again because there's no way around it, especially right now when you see the systems are falling down globally. The whole idea, the practice, philosophy of white supremacy is falling all over the globe, all over the world. That's why they're fighting so hard. That's why they fight. Why you think Elon Musk was so popular on Pennsylvania Avenue?
Because he was supporting the idea.
Because he supported the idea that we need to fight. Because I am telling you, you have like-minded compatriots across the pond.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's telling them. We got them in Germany, the Trump back. See, you got whites that have a global interest in keeping the people of color in the world down, to keep the status in the quo. And of course, you got people of color who will willingly and gleefully go right along with them. That's not new. That's been the system since the beginning. But recognize the system and work around it. But know where you are. Take the red pill, man. Take the red pill. You can be part of the resistance.
Some of the red pillars are the ones that we're trying to get away from, because the red pillars they tend to be the hoteps and the
oh no,
no.
From one extreme to another is not helping.
Yeah.
It's not helping. Now, I understand if you have found your tribe. If you have found your tribe and you are doing what you need to do your thing. But the one thing that I would advise against, or hope that you would not do, is see anybody else who's not like you as an adversary, as somebody to be conquered. It's somebody, because you're no different than the other guy. if this is your village, if this is your people, and y'all have found a way to deal in this society and do the things that you want, that's great. But you don't need to tell me I'm blind, or I'm sheep, or I'm this and I'm that because you think you found a way. That's good for you. That's good for you. God bless you. Right? Because the way that I found, I'm not trying to tell you that you need to be over here with me. Because your path ain't my path. That's the whole thing about this. And when people get a little bit of enlightenment from one way or another, they become altogether too judgmental, in my opinion. Everybody else is wrong. Everybody else is wrong. You, oh, no, you're right. Listen, I got enough on my plate trying to control the little village that I'm in, to be a good part of it, to raise it, to make sure it's nurtured. I can't worry about what you're doing over there. And I hope you feel the same way. But if I see you, I'm going to speak. I have no animosity toward you. I don't need to say, if you don't do like I do, you wrong. That's the problem with so many of the folks on this side. You're not satisfied with what you do. You want to make sure that I do what you say to do. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily what you're doing, but you want the power to make sure that I do what you say I should do. I'm not listening to you either. I'm not listening to you either. I'm not going to break the law that you say is the law, but I'm going to do within this whole parameter. Oh, I have seen my people thrive in the midst of this. That's the history that you don't want to talk about. That's the one that you say gonna make little white children too sensitive, so we're not gonna talk about it. But I'm gonna tell mine.
But it's okay for other children. And the fact that you don't see that there's something wrong in that is problematic.
That's the cognitive dissonance. You cannot talk about the truth without taking responsibility for your side's part in it. Mm-hmm. But you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. I always liken it to Germany. The Germans supported Hitler. And then when Hitler was shown to be exactly who he was, you cannot do any of the things that was associated with Nazi Germany in modern Germany. It is a crime.
It is.
It is a crime.
And they've acknowledged.
They've acknowledged their past.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that. You
they
got the
they
Trump
do not
syndrome.
hide. Oh, they don't hide away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly what's happening.
Well, we still have other people going, we all right, boss.
Oh, because that's always going to be. But I can't concentrate on y'all either.
That's a problem.
Always, not for me. Not for me. It's not a problem for me. I know that you exist, and I have been blessed with a discerning spirit. If you're in my circle, I'm pretty much sure who you're supposed to be. And if you're outside my circle, I don't have much trust for you to begin with. Mm. And that goes less and less and less the further away you go. That trust is right here. I don't know who you talk to. I don't know who you are. And I'm wise enough to know I don't know that. So my trust is sacred. If I trust you, that's why it hurts so much when people betray me.
Yes, God.
That's why it hurts so much, because I don't give my trust like talking about it. That's not a thing. I don't do that. But if I do,
okay, let me ask this. Because I watch behaviors before I say I trust people. Or do you give people trust and then they earn increments as they go along? Mm-hmm. Which one?
Ask me that again.
Okay, so I watch people to say, okay, you're safe. You have to get to a certain degree of, I've seen patterns of behavior that I feel that are safe to me before I say, okay, I can give you some of my trust. And then we build from there. Or do you give people trust, a little bit of trust, and then build from that part?
I think it's a combination of both, because I give you enough trust till you lose it. I give you, because my default is to trust. I'm not distrustful by nature. My default is to trust, but I am also a pragmatic individual who knows that people. And I've got to put that into the factor when it comes to trust. I'm going to watch your people. I'm going to see you. I'm going to give you a little trust. But the thing about it is, if you show me something that's foul and it's a little thing because I gave you little, that lets me know everything I need to know, so I won't give you anything bigger. Mm-hmm. I'm protecting myself. It's not a judgment on you. Mm-hmm. I'm just using what I got. Whether or not you're trustworthy is between you and the people who have been fooled into trusting you. Okay. I don't trust you.
Yeah, no. I
don't.
My default is to watch.
Well, no, I'm a watch.
Yeah, my default is to watch because everybody. I have been hurt so much by assuming that people will do the right thing, even if the right thing for me. Even if you're gonna do something that's advantageous for me, but it's not the right thing, I'm watching you because it may take a certain turn in the disagreement where that'll shift the other. Yeah,
and that's coming back at me. You have got to see. I have had people who have been in my orbit who I knew were rotten, but I accepted that.
Those are the worst.
Yeah, but no,
those are the worst. It's like you knew better. Why didn't you?
No, because and then when it gets to the point, I didn't let it get to the point where you actually did it to me, because I cut it off. So you know what? I'm just going to distance because I know it's coming. I know it's coming. I've seen you do other things, but for whatever reason, you're a friend. We know we get along. You're an acquaintance, but that behavior, that pattern, that last little thing that you did, you know what? Yeah, I got to move on. You be cool.
No, I have learned now to not lull or dull my senses on people who I know are suspect because I'm not surprised. I'm mad at me.
No, yeah, I like when you tell me.
I'm mad at me.
I like when you tell me. When your behavior tells me exactly who you are, I tell you thank you, and I mean it sincerely. It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
It's Travel Thursday, y'all. Where we headed? Stick it, stay. We're going to see you on the other side of the break.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Good Thursday morning. I'm Daryl Forges with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. Breaking from overnight, New Orleans firefighters battling a blaze inside a 14-story apartment complex in the Central Business District. It happened around 12:30 this morning at the intersection of Gravier and Barone Streets. Officials say 135 residents were safely evacuated from that building, which sustained water damage on several floors. Investigators say the blaze started on the 7th floor after food was left unattended on the stove. The Coast Guard and other agencies canvassed the Mississippi River around West Wego in search of a missing worker. We're told Rico Williams fell off a barge into the river on Tuesday night. Officials believe Williams was not wearing a life jacket. This is the second time in a little over a month that a worker has gone into the Bit River. Darius Clement was said to have been seen last in a barge and has not been found since. And drinking water concerns are overflowing for people in parts of New Orleans. This after the Sewerage and Water Board issued a notice to some residents in the Irish Channel warning the water quality has been compromised since the January freeze. Now, the Sewerage and Water Board says they received a violation notification on April 22nd from the Louisiana Health Department and published notification on the paper within 2 weeks. Leaders say people do not need to boil their water at this time. I'm Daryl Forges, and that's your headlines for WBOK. Have a great day.
Attention, WBOK listeners. Are you a fan of the station and want to show your support and style? Well, we've got some exciting news for you. Introducing the official WBOK merchandise, the perfect way to wear your love for the station. Whether you're a longtime listener or a new fan, we've got something for everyone. Head to WBOK1230.com now and grab your WBOK gear before it's gone. When you buy WBOK merch, you're not just getting quality items, you're supporting the station you love.
The National World War II Museum. Located in the Warehouse District of New Orleans, the National World War II Museum tells the story of America's experience in the war that changed the world, why it was fought, how it was won, and what it means today. Visit them online at www.nationalww2museum.org for time tickets and safety information.
WBOK and LCMC Health are proud to present Keeping You Well Cafe, 60 Minutes with LCMC Health, where the doctors speak directly to the people of New Orleans. LCMC Health is committed to improving the quality of care here in New Orleans, the Gulf South, and beyond. The Keeping You Well Cafe is another way for LCMC Health to engage with the community. At the Keeping You Well Cafe, LCMC Health joins WBOK and local businesses to answer your questions about wellness and health.
Welcome to Liberty Bank and Trust, where your financial journey transforms communities. Since 1972, our customized banking solutions power your dreams and fuel your community growth. Every dollar you invest with us circles back to empower more people, ensuring opportunities for generations. Join us at Liberty Bank. Together, we empower possibility. Visit libertybank.net to start banking with purpose. Liberty Bank, there's freedom here.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test. This has been a test of the emergency alert system.
You're on the front porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
I'm going to Kansas City, here I come. I'm going to Kansas City, here I come. They got some pretty little women there, and I'm gonna get me one. I'm gonna be staying on the corner, 12th Street and Vine. I'm gonna be staying on the corner, 12th Street and Vine.
Welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
I'm your host, Braylon Bryant Bank.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
Imari.
Hey.
Yes, indeed, y'all. Right here, Travel Thursday. Where we headed? 504-582-9422. Give us a call. If you have let the musical clues give you an idea as to our destination, where we headed?
Hand dancing.
Huh?
Hand dance.
Yes, indeed.
Mhm.
Old school, man.
Yeah.
And boys and girls dance.
We gonna swing out.
Yeah, bro. Big fun.
Yeah,
Big fun, man. We got to bring back dances.
We gotta bring back actual dancing because some of these dances look like they're having a stroke.
I remember what was it? Clump?
I ain't wrong.
Clumping?
Just now. Yep. Crumping.
Crumping.
Crumping. Yes, crumping.
I remember I saw a young lady doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was something political. I was working a campaign or something like that, whatever. And
Were you in LA?
Huh?
Were you in LA?
No. We were here.
Okay.
In the original LA, Louisiana.
Uh-huh.
But
okay.
we were doing a campaign, and we get a lot of college kids. You know, when we get Xavier, Dilla, soon or whatever, we get them to go out and campaign and canvas and different stuff like that. And I think we were at lunch or something. But anyway, music come on, and this group of 4 young ladies over in the thing, and they started clumping. Yeah, and I'm like,
are you okay?
Are
you okay?
Like, what, baby? What is that? Oh, that's clump. Now I know I'd have to watch it more, but I don't. I'm trying to catch the rhythm. And I don't see, because it was like anti-rhythm. It was anti-rhythm. It was the music. Forgot what song it was, but everything you was doing was because that's what you wanted to do. And it was and it's not
It's a lot of jerky movement.
A lot of jerky movement, and the face. I mean, I'm saying, because you look like you're mad.
You look like you're getting ready to have a stroke.
And and that was my first time seeing that, and it was just, and okay, and that's a dance, right? Oh yeah. This is what we did. I think I know they weren't from here. I don't want to just throw out a city where they were from, but
that's what I was saying. It was were they from the coast? Because Mark said it's a Bay Area thing. They still do it, like the clowns crump, the crumpy. Not his name is not Crumpy the Clown. Oh my God, that is not his name. But yeah, there were
Insane Clown Posse.
No, but it was a group, and they were at the pop out with Kendrick Lamar. The Crumpin' Clowns is not the name of it, but I mean that's what I'm attributing it to. But there's a guy who's been teaching kids and bringing them on and like putting them in different things to dance, and they dress in clown attire. I'm gonna look it up.
Okay, all right. That's well, Josh, you right. I mean, I wasn't looking at him with a side eye because Josh said,
Tommy the Clown is the guy,
okay,
who originated that, and that's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
yes,
but it was
crumping.
And this was that's what they were doing. And I'm like,
I knew exactly what you're talking about.
You all right? That's what I hear the music, and I understand.
It seemed like it didn't hit none of the beats you used to.
That's and I've seen this in second line. I've seen people, in the middle look like they're off, but they on, and then you stop it. Yeah, I've seen it, but this was brand new. I was like, that is some new stuff right there, and I just wasn't. I ain't judging.
Yeah,
but
Tommy the Clown is
the hip hop clown.
Yes, he is the godfather of crumping. But that I remember when people started doing that, because you started seeing it in the videos. Busta Rhymes had like a section. I can hear the song, but I can't think of the name of the song, where he would turn it up and it was really heavy bass, and you would see kids that were doing the crumping in that video.
Now,
and
all
they
that
had
outside, don't that look like a second line?
Yeah.
If you put a band
for
out
sure.
there,
You just
they dance with each other going back. So I'm saying it looked familiar, but the whole
not quite on the beat.
Yeah, the whole action of, and I said, no, yo, I could see the athleticism and y'all was doing it, but I couldn't catch, and I didn't know if it was the dance in what I'm thinking dance, because even if you dance fast, you still on the beat. This was more expression.
Okay.
I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
It was less about being on the beat than showing you I can crump, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, it's beautiful to see it and you can't, but it was, I don't know, for me, it was more about the dance than about dancing to the music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
if that
a lot
makes
of
any
that.
sense.
It's a lot of
it's a lot of that. And it was a great look, though. Don't get me wrong. I was like, wow, man, because the girls look like that kind of cheerleader-ish.
Almost,
kind of
yeah.
Athletic. Because y'all moving.
Yeah, for sure.
Ain't like you ain't moving nothing. Ain't like, and I'm not going to get over there and try it because I'm old and I'd hurt something. So, no. But
oh, no. Oh,
I know that's a lot of
but yeah,
movements.
The movements that they do even now, it looks like, it's like, are you okay? I'm not. Is
yes.
this? Oh, you're dancing?
You're
dancing.
Okay. No, we just crumping, something, dumping something. I said, okay. All right. Well, y'all, you good though? Yeah, we good.
All right,
good.
cool.
All right.
I just want to make sure
Lunch
you're
almost
okay.
over. Y'all get ready. It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about
all day long.
Don't go nowhere, y'all. It's Travel Thursday. We gonna travel to the other side of this break, and then we gonna see y'all on the other side.
From the campus of Xavier University. WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
This news report is brought to you by New Schools for New Orleans.
New Schools for New Orleans is committed to keeping and finding great teachers for our students in Orleans Parish. If you or someone you know is interested in becoming a teacher for the 25-26 school year, let us help you. We've created the New Orleans Teacher Job Board, which is the official job platform of public schools in New Orleans. You can apply to any school in the city. Simply post your resume and provide information about yourself. Visit our website to learn more and apply. www.neworleansteacherjobboard.org.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. An HBCU Hampton University staffer is under investigation after a student posted a video accusing them of demanding sex for grades. Several students spoke anonymously to Wavy News 10, fearing backlash.
I did not want this to tarnish the reputation of the university. I felt like the entire situation was unfortunate.
The university says it's investigating and offering mental health support. Black Newark, New Jersey Mayor Ras Baraka is suing after what he calls his egregious arrest last month outside of an ICE facility. He accuses U.S. Attorney Alina Habba of false arrest, defamation, and acting as a political operative. And Black Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass will not have to testify in a homelessness lawsuit after subpoenas were pulled. The LA Alliance for Human Rights sued the city for allegedly failing to meet a deal requiring nearly 13,000 beds by 2027. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
You're on the front porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Allow me just to stay out all night long. Oh Lord, well my mouth allow me just to stay out all night long. I didn't care what you long, I was boogieing around.
Welcome back, y'all. Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
I'm your host, Graylin Bryant Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
Samara Dupree on the other side of the glass.
Hey.
Hey. Brother Nyron's over there, of course, making it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Right here. Thank y'all for sticking with us as we roll into this second hour of today's episode of the Front Porch, continuing our broadcast from the idyllic campus of Xavier University, from our studios right here at the foot of the overpass on South Norman C. Francis Parkway. www.wbok1230.com is the address. If you want to stop on by, you can hit us up on the talk line. 504-582-9422.
Mm-hmm.
Travel Thursday. You have heard the music. We made it through the whole first hour. Played about 4 or 5 tunes.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
That's very good.
It's very good.
So y'all keep listening. Give us a call. Let us know. We're going to go to the line right now. Good morning, big man. What's happening with you?
Oh, ain't nothing happening. How you doing on the front porch this morning?
Doing pretty
Day in
good.
the neighborhood.
How are you?
I'm doing all right. Hanging in there.
All right. Well, what you got going this morning?
I'm going to take a wild guess and say St. Louis.
St. Louis.
Indeed. Now, before we give you your right or wrong, why St. Louis?
I don't know, just the type of music.
Okay. All right. Good guess. St. Louis. Not quite right, but thank you, big man. We appreciate it, man.
All right.
All right, brother.
All right.
Take it easy.
Later.
Yeah. 504-582-9422. Nope, St. Louis ain't the spot, y'all. Now you know, so don't say St. Louis.
Well,
what up, brother Corey?
Well, Graylin.
What's up, baby?
What's going on, man? What's
all
What's
good,
happening?
Bro.
Well,
good.
you know, y'all making me feel like I'm gonna need to take out my guitar and start playing some music.
Go ahead on, man. Start strumming the tune.
Yeah, for real. And you know, so it's amazing that you say about seeing something new. I went to this little thing this weekend, and I saw these 5 cats put their arms around themselves. It wasn't showgirls, it was showmen, right?
Uh-huh.
And these cats were scatting, holding each other on their shoulders with each arm. I'm like, I never seen that before. And I said, yo, I had to stand up myself. I wanted to start dancing with them, you know what I'm saying? So, they were just, when you go to different shows and see the cats, doing their performance and everything. And
That was here in the city, Corey?
Yes, it was in the city, man. It was in the city. These cats put their arms around each other, and I'm like, and 2 other guys stand aside and did the same move they was doing. I'm like, dude, I said, thank God, none of them did trip or fall or anything. I said, dude, they about to practice all week. But anyway,
probably.
yeah, it was pretty good. It's pretty good. But
All
let
right.
me say, everything's becoming new these days. Everything is new. Everything is it's the age of Aquarius. So everything's becoming new. New inspiration, new thoughts, new hope, new found peace and love. You know what I'm saying? So everything become new. So it's time for everyone to become new. It's not like the time you're gonna receive a new heart, a new spirit. No, it's just an energy that came to the earth every millennium that brings up a whole new fresh attitude for a fresh start. And that's why you see a lot of stuff happening, because some things who's in control don't want to lose control. They don't want to lose their hold. So, but it's going to go regardless if 1, 2 people get together, 1,000 people together, or 1 million people together. That don't even matter, because the earth going to make it change regardless. The spirit is going to change it regardless. So everybody have a good heart, have peaceful in your heart, praise the spirit, whatever name you call it, praise it, and always ask for the peace and love. And Kim, I like what you're doing. Say, hey, sometimes I should have did my children that, force them to come work with me so they can follow in my footsteps sometimes. But peace and love, y'all. Great love, and keep up the great work. Peace and love.
All right. Take care, Corey.
No, this was not a force. As a matter of fact, I didn't even offer.
She got offered.
She did this on her own, and I love that she is comfortable enough to ask for what it is that she wants. But no, I've been
beautiful thing.
I've been enjoying riding to work by myself for quite some years, because for several years I could not. But no, I'm glad that she is stepping into the spaces that she wants to be in, and she's not shy about it. So I love that.
And she all right at it, too.
Yeah, she's doing good.
Yes,
doing
indeed,
good,
man.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right. Don't get the big head now.
Yes, indeed. But yeah, no, I with kids, right? The whole idea that kids are your mini me. My parents did not raise me that way. And then I hear people speak about their kids. Oh, that's my mini me. That's my mini me. So your expectation of what they're going to do, you're going to be disappointed, because they're going to be their own humans.
Mm-hmm.
And so, no, I hope she does whatever her heart
That's what I like.
gets full with.
I want to see what your next episode is.
Yeah.
I want to see what you do. I've already seen what I did.
Right. There's no
I've
need
done
for
this.
you to walk this path.
Yeah, go do something and that's never been done, that
Yeah.
you want to do, that you got your mind on.
Mhm.
That's what I want to see.
Mhm.
Bring something into the. That's why I love when them kids write when they draw, because I tell them, listen, that was a blank sheet of paper, and what you see on there right now, whether it's a story or a poem or a drawing,
You did with it what you.
and there was nothing there. That's what I need
Right.
you to see. I need you to see the fact that there was nothing there, and now there is something there, and that all came from you. It
Mhm.
came from within. It's a beautiful thing. 504-582-9422. Good morning, Samarium.
Good morning.
How you doing, darling? What's that?
I'm glad to be off for the summer.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
For the summer, she said, baby, you ready to be off.
Mm-hmm. Well, what you got going on? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
You gonna do you some traveling this summer, Samari?
I was supposed to go. I don't know if I'm gonna go anywhere this summer or not.
Okay, all right.
I was thinking about it, but it's up in the air.
I get it. Yeah, world kind of crazy right now.
Yeah, that's true.
What you got for us, Dawn? You got a guess at this Travel Thursday destination?
Yes. Yes. So I think we're traveling to 18th and Vine Street in Kansas City.
Oh, okay.
Show us, sir. We've got an address as to our destination. 18th and Vine Street in Kansas City. Samaria, what's on that corner?
That's where they had all the jazz clubs back in the heyday.
Back in the heyday, 18th and Vine, huh?
Okay.
And they also have a Negro baseball museum.
Okay.
Down there, and they have a theater that's right across the street where they have live shows, plays, and what have you.
I love it.
And my dad is from Kansas City.
Okay.
Oh, that's how you got such that good knowledge about what's
the
going on.
specific address, right?
See now, that's
there we go.
He's from Kansas City, and his family business is well known. Watkins Brothers Memorial Chapel.
Oh, all right.
And so I used to go out there and visit with him during the summer.
That's
and
all right.
Kick it.
I bet y'all did.
My siblings and stuff.
That's all right, dog. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
thank you for sharing that with us, all right?
Huh?
I say thank you for sharing that with us. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right.
All right. Have a good one.
Take care. Bye-bye.
You too.
Yes, indeed. Gotta love that, man.
That's
We
a
rarely get
specific
the address.
That's a specific location. I've never heard of that place, but I mean, juke joints were not
uncommon.
I feel like a lot of juke joints didn't even have addresses.
You knew
the
where to
best
go.
kind.
You knew where to go.
Right. The best kind of juke joints. You just what's the ad? If you know,
go
you
down
know.
there past the cut. You gonna see a lady with one leg. Lady with one leg, where she work? IHOP.
And when you get to the door, knock 3.5 times.
There
3.5 times. What?
That's right. If you can't
3
figure
and
it
a
out,
half.
you ain't getting in.
in.
You can't figure it out, you ain't getting in. It's
Yeah.
very simple.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that hard to figure out?
Yeah, no, I love the allure or the idea of what I know about what a juke joint is.
Yeah.
Because that is definitely before my time.
Oh, yeah. Holes in the wall.
Holes in the wall
Bucket
I'm
of
familiar
blood.
with. Wait a minute.
Oh,
what?
that's what they used the bucket of blood club because you
Wait a
Baby,
what?
look, you don't want there were the bucket of blood.
Oh.
That's what
now I don't even want to look that up. That
Look it
just
up.
sound that
Look it
sounds
up.
too
And
much.
that's
Is
what
that
they-
is that because of the fighting?
That's because
due
the
to the
type-
gambling
It
or
was.
somebody who was somebody else's woman or
all of the above.
Oh, okay.
Multiple choice. That was the designation that my grandmother and them would give to clubs like the Robin Hood, Rose Tavern, a couple other places that were notorious.
Yeah, that's fair.
They were notorious.
Mhm.
They were not
A bucket of blood, though.
Oh, that's what she used to call them. I didn't know bucket of blood joint, because that's what.
No, thank you. That sounds like the opposite of fun.
Yeah.
That sounds like the complete opposite of fun. But it sounds
was
like it
fun.
would have been a good time.
fun.
Just if
Because
it's,
that's what
if
it
there's
was
no
that.
safety that can be
Guaranteed?
Yeah,
No, ain't no
yeah,
guarantee.
no, that's okay.
Boy, Mom told you about going out there by that bucket.
Yeah, no.
That was the lure. That was what you wanted to be, not the idea that something might happen, but the idea that something could happen is, it's, man. But all the could happens weren't necessarily bad, because
It could, yeah.
happen.
A lot of things
A lot of
could
things
happen, but
it back there in the bucket of blood, back there in the cut, because they had them slick talkers.
The way my life is set up, I gotta get back to my mama and my daddy. They can't know I died in a place or was injured in a place like this. You know what I'm saying? Like you know when you were younger, and I don't know that people still say things like that. Don't you go out there with no holy drawers on or no torn drawers, because
you don't know what might.
know what might happen, and which if something happened, why are you worried about the disrepair of my underwear? Like, why do we care?
Because what people think, they say, oh, look at that poor girl. And they had no drawer. You holding that drawer. And that reflects bad. That reflects bad on your family. Your family don't
If
want,
whatever the case was,
we got enough money.
my drawers.
We have enough money for you to have not no holes in
My
your drawers.
care should be the top of my priority. If you looking at my
on holder drawers?
Right.
Then why did you have on them holder drawers? You left out this out. Now, listen, I'm glad you safe, but we going to have a real talk.
About the drawer. My arm is out the socket.
That's
you worried
right.
about
You got
my drawers? Knock it off.
You won't tell me about your arm.
Don't that always like confused me. I was like, why is that the focus? If there's an accident or
I know you got on clean drawers.
They might have been clean before the accident.
Right, but clean is one thing. They might have got sawed during the accident, but you can't saw no hole in them.
Lord Jesus.
Don't have on no hole in drawers.
Boy, talk about priorities and the lack thereof. That's just goofy. I don't know what.
You got to have your company drawers ready.
You see how ridiculous that sounds?
You got to have your company drawers ready because you can't be out here in these streets with no regular drawers on in case accident happen.
That is crazy.
I'm telling you, man.
Crazy.
Your people was concerned about their reputation. The whole neighborhood would know.
And that you worried about your reputation.
You
There's
asked
something
why?
sticking out of my eye.
Yeah, but did you
Of all the things,
your
we're not
good
gonna worry
drawers?
about getting my eye to get sewn or my
you
eye
got,
fixed.
Good Lord give you two eyes.
Lord
and he
Jesus.
gave you nothing. Did you have on your good drawers?
That is still ridiculous to me.
I just need to know if you got your good drawers.
And I'm curious, what do y'all think about that? Are we still worried about it?
Was the most comfortable. Baby, you could have on the most comfortable, but you better walk light. You better make sure that you don't get in no accident, no incident, no nothing.
That is
nowhere.
crazy.
We don't want nobody to know you got no holy drawers.
No holy drawers. Lord have mercy. That is
why
always
was
the
that
crazy.
such a big, and
Why? Why was that such a big? Because again, you've been in accidents before,
Yes,
right?
I
have been in accidents before.
Yes, I have.
I have seen. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you imagine getting shot and telling the ambulance driver, man, please put these good drawers on me before my mama find out?
Man,
like, why?
Don't
That
let
is.
my mama know I had these holes in my drawers, bro.
Why is that the
Please.
topic of conversation?
Please, she wouldn't want to.
Because they might have
What did
been
I
clean.
miss out on?
Oh,
You've been
you were
working.
given.
You've been
you
working.
I was
you
given instructions,
Yes,
and then I hear
keep working.
get shot, and
That's
then
right.
put these good drawers on me before my mama find out. What?
Because we're doing our job on this side of the glass. Now, we don't ask you about what was going on over there, do we? We saw you talking and giving instructions. I said, look at my little teacher over there. Just over there getting it together.
She's
and we
good at
kept
giving
our
directions.
conversation
We
going
kept
with what
going.
we were talking about. And the minute you heard good draws, you're going to
Hey,
interrupt
wait, now
our
what now?
conversation. Wait a minute. What?
What?
That's right.
What was going on here?
We got to make sure.
What was saying?
That's right.
Yeah, no, I still, that still is, for those of you who are of that age, please tell me why the precedent
know?
or the desire to know that somebody, the foot all mangled, but do you have your good drawers
You
on?
have your good drawers on. Did the ambulance man see you in these holy drawers?
I need answers. I need more answers because I always thought that was the dumbest thing to me.
I'm telling you, man, that's what it is. Your family's pride is on the line. We cannot have you as our baby girl out there.
I'm close to death. You worried about my drawers?
But see, you have turned from an object of sympathy to an object of derision because you put them holy drawers on. And that's what people going to be talking about. Man, you heard Kim got direct? Oh, my God, how was that drawer? Holy. Holy.
That's going to be your question?
What? And see if somebody say, how was that drawers? Well, she had on a good Sunday drawers. Oh, is she
And
all
what?
right? Look, is she all right?
Again, that is so weird.
We need to know, baby.
That is weird. And do y'all still do that?
Listen, you make the news. That's going to be talked about in the news. Man found dead in such and such place.
In holy drawers?
Family's only able to identify him by his dirty drawers.
Holy dirty drawer. And
Dirty
somebody in his
holy
family
drawer.
going to recognize because that's his comfortable drawer. Did he walk around the house in them
about
drawers?
the funeral. And all they going to talk about, they ain't had to kill him in his dirty drawers, though.
Not in his
They
dirty
ain't had to
drawers.
do the dirty drawers.
Well, you know, Your body continues to do certain things after the trauma. So we're not sure if they were dirty before or after.
Yeah,
but
well,
holes
in my
cannot
case,
be explained. Holes cannot be
in my
explained.
case, if I'm on a plane, don't come look for my corpse. It's not gonna be what you want to see.
See, Josh, now you know you was raised better than that. You know that when you leave out that house, if you go and get on the airplane, you know you're supposed to have your traveling drawers on.
Oh, listen now. They was clean when I was up. When I was up 30,000
I
feet.
have never heard of such a thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Or maybe I just stopped listening to it after some.
That was that's all they worried about back, I guess, in the 40s and 30s, Kimber. Like, don't get caught with no dirty drawers on in 30s and 40s.
Lori said, in the event that EMS has to cut your clothes off during the accident, you better not have no holes in them drawers.
And again, if they're going to cut them off of me, why does the hole
cutting your
matter?
jeans off. They're not cutting your drawers off, but they might cut them off if they got a hole in it.
You got a hole in them, then you also got to look at it from this point. They
if I'm mangled, the health of the underwear should not be a top priority. That's weird.
If they see you got whole drawers on, they know you don't have health insurance. They're gonna walk with you.
They're gonna walk and see. Go ahead. See that? Thank you very much, Josh. We don't need to say nothing else. I appreciate your insight, brother.
Welcome,
Keep
listening.
listening.
Clear it up for you.
Thank you very much. Later.
A mess.
It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about
all day long.
It's Travel Thursday, and we are not going to TGNY to get no drawers. All right?
Oh,
Trying to grow your business or increase traffic to your location? We can help. WBOK 1230 AM has a number of solutions that will meet your individual needs. Give one of our consultants a call today at 504-582-9420 or email us at info@wbok1230.com. And remember, an investment with WBOK is an investment in our community. Call today.
Muggy and dry start, highs in the low 90s, but feeling like the upper 90s with mostly sunny skies. There's a slight chance for an afternoon shower. These will be hit or miss. Lows tonight in the 70s and mostly clear. Friday's highs are in the low 90s, but feeling like 100 in some spots. Another chance for spotty afternoon showers. More heat for the weekend. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation is the nonprofit organization that owns the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival presented by Shell. With the funds generated from Jazz Fest, the foundation invests in Louisiana communities through economic development, cultural enrichment, and free educational programs. To learn more about the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation, please visit us at www.jazzandheritage.org.
Saints of God, it's time for us to tell you the truth. It's time for you to start your 21-day challenge. Don't take another day. Do it right now. Call 504-701-4711. That's the whole water stove, Pastor David Impartian Sr., the host of Change Your Water, Change Your Mind. This is the water that's designed to change your body, the way you think, the way you act, and the way you look. Why don't you start your 21-day challenge today? For $35, you can start it right now. Call me so we can set up your appointment. 504-701-4711. That's 504-701-4711. Change your water, change your mind.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
been snooping on my door. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Been snooping on my door. You can wag your tail, but I ain't gonna feed you no more. You told me you was hot class, but I can see through that. Yeah, she told me you was hot class, but I can see through that. And Daddy, I know you ain't no real cool cat. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Been snooping around my door. You just a old hound dog. Been snooping around my door. You can wag your tail, but I ain't gonna feed you no more. Oh, brother, oh, listen to them old hound dogs. Oh, it's all right up here. Now listen to them old hound dogs, huh? Ooh. Oh, play it, boy, play it. Oh, they make you feel good. Oh, do the rest around here, love you.
Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
I'm your host, Graylin Bryant Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
And that's Amari Dupree.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
And you
Oh,
have
my
an assistant,
goodness.
Amari. Would you like to introduce your assistant, the one you are training on the board?
This is Dwayne Powell the Third.
Dwayne Powell the Third.
You want to say good morning to the people, Dwayne Powell the Third?
Morning, people. Morning.
He gonna fit in just fine.
A man of many words, huh?
He gonna fit in just fine around here. Yes, indeed. 504-582-9422 on this Travel Thursday. Do you know where we going? Do you know where we going to? Do you know? That's
Where
a
you
song.
going
I knew you was gonna catch
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I knew you was gonna
What
catch
movie
it.
was that?
That's Diana Ross from is that Sparkle?
No, not Sparkle. It was When I Get My Old Man Back, Mahogany.
Mahogany. You know,
Why did I have to say that to remember? But I remember that. I just want to know, can you get me my old man back?
See, that obviously affected you in some way. Good morning, Elwin. What's happening? Elwin? Elwin, no. Call us back later. Pop Jones, good morning, sir. How you feeling?
Oh, thank y'all very much.
Good
for
morning.
taking my call, Miss Dupree.
Yes, sir.
And Uncle Graylin.
Yes, sir, boss. How you doing?
Yes, that's why I listen to WBOK. Because it take me back, an old timer like me, take me back, even a producer pan, you ain't nothing but a hound dog. Man, y'all don't even, you're bringing me back when I was.
As the original.
Here.
The original.
I
Big
said,
Mama
man,
Thornton.
what is going on with WBOK?
They got to know.
That's why they keep me listening every day.
Yes, sir, boss.
And I want to welcome Miss Dupree daughter. She got a good teacher, huh?
Yes, indeed. The apple in the tree and that old thing. Her dad's
I tell
great.
you what, like they used to say in the old days, Miss Dupree ain't nothing nice, boy.
Which Miss or Mrs.? Which one you talking about?
She got a good teacher. She got a good teacher.
That's right.
She don't hold her tongue about nothing.
No, sir.
No. And I definitely do not want her to do
Either
that.
you like her or you don't like her. She don't care.
And one way or another, the choice is yours.
Exactly, man. So
if I gotta change me liking me for you liking me, I'll stick with me.
I love it. I love it, Pop.
yeah, I'm old when I be listening. Yeah, Miss Dupree don't be biting her tongue about nothing.
I shouldn't. I gotta like me. If I gotta trade me liking me for you liking me, I'm gonna stick with me.
About that.
Yes, sir. All it's you
Yeah, man, I tell you,
it start with
it's a joy to listen to you.
Wyatt, and then it come with Kim. Listen, our women, I love it, man. Our women strong. We look this Wakanda sister, Wakanda over here.
Wakanda. Yes.
Yeah, Pop.
When you gonna bring your son in, Miss Dupree?
He is out conquering the world. You know, my son is a musician, and
oh yeah, he could be.
So
traveling.
you could see him anywhere in the city. He plays at Cafe Beignet regularly. He plays the upright bass and the bass guitar.
Would he sing or what? Would he play?
He can sing, but he won't sing. But he plays the upright bass and the bass guitar. He plays jazz and
I love the upright bass, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorites.
So you'll catch him in the city. If you're going to listen to live music, you'll catch him playing.
What's his name?
Kamara Dupree Jr. CJ.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed. It's so wonderful just to talk to y'all, to hear y'all, but to listen to WBOK and your producer playing all that old school music.
Yes, sir,
you ain't up for the hound dog, man. Where you finding all that at?
It lives on the intrawebs.
Somebody must be getting that for him.
Oh, listen.
The producer is pretty sharp.
Crack research
It
and
kind of look like it to me.
Oh, it was Ray's right. Pop.
Ray's right, and our producer is a musician as well.
That's right. And he can sing.
And he can sing.
That's what they tell me. I ain't never heard him because we ain't never really put him on the spot. But they tell me he can sing.
Man, he coming up with some stuff.
Yes, indeed. Big
man,
Mama.
Where you getting all this from?
Yeah. We mentioned Big Mama Thornton the other day.
Yep, we were talking about her.
We were talking about rock and roll
and the originators.
Yes, indeed.
And that's
I'll let somebody else find out where you're going because I don't hardly deal with that so much.
That's all right.
That's all right.
We're glad you called anyway, bro.
On that.
We glad you called anyway, bro.
Well, it's great talking to y'all.
It's good talking to you too, Pop.
All the time. Yeah, you're
all
right.
Thank you very much. And tell your daughter to keep up the good works.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. She
Thanks,
give me a thumbs up. Thank you, Bob Jones.
All right.
All right.
Later.
504-582-9422 is the number right here. That's hit us up on the front porch. Good morning, Jonathan. What's happening?
How y'all doing this morning?
Doing well. How are you?
We are well. How are you?
Doing well. Just happened to be walking up the block and heard y'all on the porch with that good conversation.
Glad you stopped by, baby. You know you're welcome.
Yeah, I didn't know where y'all were going, but when you was mentioning the old joints, man, it reminded me of my old relative, my pops and my uncles and stuff. They used to talk about, those different balls, man, the South Side and the Zanzibar and the Robin Hood and all those places.
Yes,
but, one thing about it, something that they used to say, my dad used to say that to me all the time, especially when the crime and stuff started getting kind of rough in the 90s.
Yes.
He used to tell me, say, man, New Orleans always been a rough city. People just, didn't know about it. They
That's
didn't
right.
slept on us.
That's
but
right.
us locals knew about it.
Oh, yeah.
And one other interesting thing that he told me, and I don't know if you mentioned it or not, Graylin, but he was saying that, man, see all them joints, especially the ones uptown, they were ran by black people and black people frequent them.
That's right.
But they were owned by Italians, the mob.
That's been that way. Been that way, bro. For a
And
lot
they
of
come,
clubs.
like at the end of the night, you'll see one of them old mob cats come in. He the bag man. He coming to collect.
Come get the money. Come get the money, bro. Yeah. And
most of the joints around town, very few of them were actually owned by the people that ran them. You had a few. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, there was definitely a few.
They had some.
But at that time, we also had the pinball machine, cigarette machine, jukebox, all that kind of stuff. That that was all a part of the nightlife industry that had a different management style, I would say.
That's putting it delicately.
Oh yeah, the people still out there. I don't want no trouble, boss.
Yeah.
I don't want
but I was
no trouble, boss. I'm proud. We just talking about history. I ain't trying to get nobody busted.
Ain't trying to get no trouble. But I was talking to a white cat once, man. He's an Italian guy, and he was shocked at the number of Italian, roots here in New Orleans. And I was telling him, and he didn't realize, man, where he came from the Northeast, he used to the mob and all that kind of stuff. And I told him, man, you ever heard of a guy named Carlos Marcello?
Nope. and look, let me tell you something, Jonathan. He gonna say no.
That's right.
He gonna say no.
That's right. I told him. I said, man, there's a documentary. I think it's on. You can get it on YouTube about this man's life. Go and look him up.
Dude,
and I left him at that. I left him at that.
That's all you need to leave it with. Look, all you need to give to the wise is a little bit of information, baby. A word to the wise is sufficient. And if you want to go find out about one of the gangsters,
that's right.
Right here.
He was, man. He
right
wasn't
here.
Nice, man.
Go, bro.
He wasn't nothing nice.
Go, bro.
He was up
yes,
there with
sir.
Lucky Luciano and all them boys.
Man, them boys wouldn't come down here without calling. You couldn't come everything from Florida to East Texas and from Memphis down. You understand?
That's right.
That was all Carlos. You had to get permission. The Gulf Coast, you had to get permission. You had to get permission. All that, the Dixie Mafia, all them different people on the bayou up and down. Bro, smuggling, rum. Come on,
and don't talk about that secret casino that was out there in that other parish next door.
Oh, secret? You talking about Fat City?
No,
it's another
not
one?
Fat City. I know exactly. You're talking about what used to be known as the Beverly Dinner Playhouse.
There you go.
Right when you cross Orleans into Jefferson, between the River Road and Jefferson Highway.
Oh.
A beautiful old-time antebellum facility where there was dinner theater, literally.
That's right.
At the end of its run. Prior to that,
it was a gambling house.
It was a full-fledged casino. Yes, the worst kept secret.
The worst kept secret. That is hilarious.
Worst kept secret is, man, this city has been like this.
Like
and just let me say one thing. The area. Because y'all know when the people who we were talking about earlier were making their money, they didn't want to live where they made their money. That's why you had the outskirts and the suburbs that saw the growth. But of course, when you got the people who run it, they didn't want to drive all the way back in the city, so you saw the rise of Fat City.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Fat City tried to be Bourbon Street in Metairie. And then the people say, you know why we came to Metairie, right? Because we didn't want to be around Bourbon Street.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And they shut it down.
It wasn't always about the white plight that happened in other cities. No. They were following money, following the action, bro. We late to the party. That's all that is.
And listen, bro, that's what I've been trying. If we have never, Jonathan, people laugh when I say this, but I really mean it. We have never had a mob. Black people. We've never had a mob. But everybody else has.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else has.
Yeah. Everybody else.
The Dutch, the
Dutch
Jewish.
had a mob. The Jewish had a mob. Murder Incorporated. The Purple Glove Gang.
The Polish.
The Polish got a mob. The Russians got a mob. Jamaicans got a mob. Of course, you know about the Italian mob, the Sicilian mob.
Right.
Everybody had an organized crime. And then lately, you got the Tongs, you got the Vietnamese, you got the Japanese, you got all these people who have organized crime. Now, people say, well, why you got organized crime? Because if you don't have it organized, it's going to be random.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that's where our problem came in.
That's where our problem came in. Our problem is just random. You had people where you couldn't rob. There were kids playing in certain areas where the gangsters were because there wasn't no robbery. It was safe.
Right.
They'd be out there.
No.
We preyed on our own and made our own neighborhoods tragic. And we never had anybody who came in with a hand strong enough or organized enough to say, hey, look, this ain't going
That's how we gonna do it.
Yeah. But everybody else has. Everybody never thought about that.
Everybody else did. That's
everybody
what we
else has a mob. Everybody.
That's where we missed it at. Man, I be listening to these podcasts with the guy Gangster Williams and all them guys, man. And I just think about that stuff. Them guys were so unorganized. Not knocking them. I mean, they didn't know any better. You know?
Right.
But if they would have been organized, things would have been a lot different. You know?
Hey, man, the spook who sat by the door.
There you go, brother. There you go.
All right, Jonathan, thank you for calling,
All right,
man.
brother and sister, y'all have a great day,
You
man.
too.
Enjoy.
Yeah, you're right.
All right.
Take it easy.
Later.
Yeah, man. I just, I made that point. It's not my first time making that point. But and people say, why do you think we need an organ? I think we need some kind of organization. Yes. Yes. Do I do it? Yeah. Hell yeah. Because in a country that is kind of bent from the first beginning, everybody who came here with a mob got to the tops of the echelon. Even after they lost the Italian accent, even after they lost the Irish accent, even after they lost the German accent or the Polish accent, they were managed to fit into society. But the mob that they came from kept on moving too.
Mm-hmm.
They fit into society as well. So no, it never went away. Organized crime, the fact that you use that every fortune in this country has got a crime behind it. The oldest ones, the ones whose name you know, wealth that can't be calculated no more. You just count stuff. You'll never run out of money, no matter what happens, no matter who the president.
Okay.
Ain't bad.
Well,
we need a mob, man.
Do we?
Well, we needed a mob. I think it might be too late now.
Thank you.
We needed a mob. We needed.
What we need is a collective of thoughts that will move everybody forward. And we have too many of us who want to sit at other people's tables versus building our own.
Yeah.
And
absolutely. And that's why, again, see, people understood that, man. Listen, bro, let's all of those groups that were marginalized to make it cute when they first got here understood how this thing worked. They knew that white people wasn't going to respect them till they got some money, till they got in the game, till they started doing the things and changing their names and getting to politics and moving to the areas. Now, because they could assimilate, even with the last name. But once you lose the accent, you just, hey, Joe Q. White dude. We didn't have that ability. But we still did it.
Yeah.
And that ability to continue to do it still lives. And that's what I'm saying. It's something that just, it ain't nothing to it. Like what they used to say when you was hip, ain't nothing to it but to do it. Nike made billions. Just do it, man.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Well.
And a little bit at a time.
If we try to be anything, we try to just be black and stop black with a side of black with, no, just be black. Be okay with being black.
Yeah.
But most of us are not. We need something else to validate who we are.
What they looking for?
Unfortunately.
What they looking for? Somebody to pat you on your head and tell you good job? Really? Well,
Just
good
annoying,
job. This is your pat.
A pat on the head is what a lot of them need. And really, you don't need it, but you keep asking for it.
Well, you don't need no pat on the head.
They need to take something else out their mouth is what needs to happen.
You need a foot in the buttocks. That's what you need to get up off your thing and get it done. Because it's possible. You need to do it. We need to do it. And I'm telling you, it is possible. It is certainly possible. I'm looking at the possibilities. They are myriad, but you got to go on it. Ain't nobody come and give it to you. This I guarantee. This I guarantee. If you waiting on somebody to come hand it to you, what make you think they ain't gonna keep it for themselves if they have the ability to hand it away? If they have the ability to hand it away, why do you think they wouldn't keep it for themselves? Right? Why do you think they wouldn't keep it for themselves? You can get it. Ain't nobody gonna give it to you. They might work with you and show you how it works, but who gonna give you something? They might. And there are good people out here that still do. But there are people out here who ain't, like the old saying go, ain't giving a crippled crab a crutch. You understand? Nothing. They ain't giving you nothing. Hard times in bubble gum and they fresh out of bubble gum.
That's not that phrase. I know that phrase.
I know you do.
But I was so shocked and appalled when I heard it.
And I'm fresh out of bubble gum.
You, my goodness gracious.
Now go around and tell that.
Go. Wow. Yeah. Shocking and appalled.
Absolutely. 504-582-9422. Brother Larry, good morning.
Hey, you guys. Hey, Kimber Toby White, beautiful daughter.
Good morning, Mr. Larry.
Favorite person, Grayling.
I'm doing very well, sir. Thank you for asking. How are you?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
No, I was asking how were you? I was saying I was doing
I'm
well.
just great. I'm great.
Good. What's going on this morning?
I just heard the conversation earlier about Carlos Marcellus
Yes, sir.
and the mafia. I looked at the documentary. I seen it.
Uh-huh.
You know, he couldn't have been no more than about 5'3", 5'4".
He was a small guy. He was a small dude.
But what I didn't know before I seen a documentary, I know he had power, but he went to New York. He was the head of all the mafia families.
Yes, sir.
They said that in the documentary. I said, whoa. Now, he was born in Italy.
Sicily. Yeah.
But he came here and sold marijuana. They deported him back to Italy. He snuck into South America, came back, made his money, I think selling tomatoes in a can. He made a lot of money. But New Orleans has always been a gangster city.
Oh, yeah. We stay mobbed
up. A lot of people don't know that New Orleans, you know, like Kimber, in the 40s and 50s, New Orleans had a lot of black dudes that was gangsters. A lot of them. And I'm telling some things that I shouldn't tell over the radio, but I knew of some dudes that robbed the mafia, black dudes. So they had gangsters in the city, and they had this. He wasn't a politician, but he was a part of the politicians. That Muhammad Ali had the big fight here, and they had some discrepancies about getting their monies. But this dude hired a lot of Angola brothers that didn't give a hoot about the mafia.
Okay.
Didn't care how. So, you know, he had backers. So, you know what he did? He went in there and got his monies, and nobody told him nothing. The mafia was sitting in there, too, but, you know, he had backings.
Yeah.
So New Orleans has always been a gangsterous city. I remember a quote in the spook who sit by the door. And it was the movie, not the book. They were recruiting people from all over the country. And this dude told a guy that was recruiting, he said, man, you just got to go to New Orleans. They got the baddest dudes in the world down there. He said that in the movies. So they always knew that they had gangsters. I guess because when they had slavery, they had to find out what to do with the worst, the baddest, the ones that gave you the most trouble. They had to put them somewhere. And I read this in the book, that most of these people came here, all the surrounding parishes, all the surrounding states. They brought them here. So some of these people that was descendants of slaves was the worst that they could have here. So I think we descendants of them people.
Yeah, we don't slave good.
Yeah, we didn't slave good.
We didn't slave good.
And you know something, Greg? I met as a young boy. I met these gangsters, these black gangsters. They were like relentless, because they were drug addicts. They were dope fiends, but they were relentless. So I just wanted to give my 2 pieces about New Orleans, because it was a rough city, always was.
Well, thank you for that 2 piece, bro. We're going to keep the biscuit, though, all right? All right, Brother Larry.
All right,
talk to you later, baby.
Talk to you later.
It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Don't go nowhere. Y'all stick and stay. We're going to see you on the other side of the break.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Good Thursday morning. I'm Daryl Forges with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. Breaking from overnight, New Orleans firefighters battling a blaze inside a 14-story apartment complex in the Central Business District. It happened around 12:30 this morning at the intersection of Gravier and Barone Streets. Officials say 135 residents were safely evacuated from that building, which sustained water damage on several floors. Investigators say the blaze started on the 7th floor after food was left unattended on the stove. The Coast Guard and other agencies canvassed the Mississippi River around West Wego in search of a missing worker. We're told Rico Williams fell off a barge into the river on Tuesday night. Officials believe Williams was not wearing a life jacket. This is the second time in a little over a month that a worker has gone into the Bit River. Darius Clement was said to have been seen last in a barge and has not been found since. And drinking water concerns are overflowing for people in parts of New Orleans. This after the Sewerage and Water Board issued a notice to some residents in the Irish Channel warning the water quality has been compromised since the January freeze. Now, the Sewerage and Water Board says they received a violation notification on April 22nd from the Louisiana Health Department and published a notification on the paper within 2 weeks. Leaders say people do not need to boil their water at this time. I'm Daryl Forges, and that's your headlines for WBOK. Have a great day.
New Orleans, are you ready? A fresh voice in the city is here, bringing you the beats, the culture, and the stories that matter. From local music and food to real talk on what's happening in the streets, we've got you covered. Stay tapped in. Follow us on all platforms at WBOK 1230 for the latest updates and exclusive content. Your city, your culture, your news. Don't just hear about it, be about it. Follow us at WBOK 1230 now.
Do you know what United Way can do for you and your community? Find out by listening to United Way and You every Thursday at noon on WBOK 1230. United Way continues to fight for the most vulnerable members of the community. Find out how this Thursday and every Thursday at noon.
What a treat that just gave me a treat, Dr. J. Man, I got it. Lord.
You're on the front porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Getting late over in the evening, I feel like blowing my horn. When I woke up this morning, all I had was gone. Now getting late over in the evening, man. Now I feel like blowing my horn.
Welcome back, y'all. It's the front
Well,
porch,
now.
WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about
all day long.
I'm your host, Graylin Bryant Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
Samara Dupree on the other side of the glass, throwing it over to us.
Hey.
That's right. Doing what we do, y'all. It's good to have y'all here on this Travel Thursday. The clues abound. 504-582-9422 is the number. I'll let you people let us know what's happening. What's good, Brother Corey?
Well, all I say with that one is after Pop Joe said he wanted to spill the beans, that was funny right there, right? And you just the trail that your mind has been traveling and been at, man. It's similar to mine. It's ironic. And there's a book, right? An author, and because banks have a history of names, right? For a lot of great things, really.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the author's name Ivan Banks. You ever heard of Ivan Banks?
I have not.
Well, go Google Ivan Banks, and then you see what I'm saying about certain things that you need to write you one too. But anyway, check this out, right? So it's very important to know that who Louisiana is. What is Louisiana? We are different from everybody in all the 50 states around the world. Louisiana is made that way because Louisiana was the capital of it all at one point in time. Was a different name, but you know about the Washington and all the other stuff and all everything that goes on. But anyway, we gonna speak about where we at. So once Louisiana and New Orleans know who we are, all this mindless things that is being done on here will cease, and we become the royalties and the people that we supposed to be here in New Orleans. And those people who come here, they're royalty too because they know that that's the vibe they want to be around. But until, just say y'all don't have it, y'all have everything already. See, every group that y'all have before, my uncle used to tell me all the time, yes, we grouped up and we built some houses for some people and we did some stuff for that. Did a lot of food stuff like that. That's what the organization was meant for. But now it changed to something different. So again, we have to know that you already have everything you need right before your face. Everything is right there for us right there. That's why I like to stay alone, be by myself, because I see when I talk to certain people, when they talk about the DBAs, about getting 30%, I say, why we can't get the whole thing? You know what I'm saying? Why we can't get the whole thing? No, I think we need the whole thing. Why we got to get something, a part of something? You know what I'm saying? We had to qualify and the necessary people of the intelligence and the know-how to get things done. Why we got to settle for a percentage of something? That's why I don't deal with too many people, bro. So
right.
Peace and love, anyway, all I say is, hey, know who you are and just be that. And let the Spirit of God give you all the direction and the fortitude and things that you need to seek in life. And, hey, increase your talent. Whatever your talent is, increase your talent because your gift's supposed to bring you in front of great people. Peace and love, man.
All right, brother Corey, thank you for that, man. Mark said that when he was a young man, a youngster, he was a banquet houseman at the Fairmont. Carlos Marcella had his daughter's wedding reception. Man, there were cases of Dom Perignon being open that night. And, Dom ain't cheap. Dom ain't cheap. But then again, it ain't every day that Carlos Marcella's daughter get married.
Mm-hmm.
So that should have been a party.
Yeah.
That should have been a party. I think it's going to happen.
Uh-huh.
I think it's going to happen.
No, Josh, I'm not asleep. I'm just, what is that? Disassociating.
There you go. Everybody got to do something. That's what we do, yeah?
Yeah.
Absolutely. We still traveling, y'all. 504-582-9422 on this Travel Thursday. Nobody knows where we going.
Not yet.
Even a guess. Give us a call, man. Let us know if you think you've got an idea by the musical clues that have been given to you thus far throughout this show. Where you think we hit it?
I just got a text from an intern to tell me about the dress code for next year. I get those messages too,
You have to. There's a dress code for teachers.
It's not about the uniforms. It's about the bags.
I know. I saw that, but the school you attend, you have a lot more privileges than the greater student body of the district, and so now they're bringing y'all into alignment with everybody else. I know it's an aggravation for you.
It's not aggravating. I'm just like, why?
Exactly, because the rest of the school populace in the district, they follow these already. You all have been able to get away with not following that because you're part of the select group. So now they're bringing you into the umbrella. It's a farce of that things are going to be fair because things are still not fair for the students of selective enrollment schools. Y'all get all kinds of advantages and advances and don't have to follow certain rules. But now they're making it seem as if y'all are following the same rules as the rest of the as the regular students, okay?
Don't want to be down there with the great unwashed masses.
You
huh, bro?
know,
Yes, indeed.
so they just sent another policy changing the mesh backpacks to the clear. Yeah. But the greater body has been using the clear for quite some time. But you know, now you selective enrollment students, you know, the ones who are the cushy kids, y'all are now having to follow some of the same rules as everybody. And I'm appalled. Like, yeah, well, you know, yeah, it's
Go
whatever.
Get your clear bag. People
Yeah,
can tell
you'll
you
be
couldn't
fine.
be appalled. You
Right.
just got to have a clear bag while you're being appalled.
Yeah.
It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 a.m. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Stick and stay. Y'all don't go nowhere. We're going to take this quick break and see you on the other side of it. Where we at?
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
This news report is brought to you by New Schools for New Orleans.
New Schools for New Orleans is committed to keeping and finding great teachers for our students in Orleans Parish. If you or someone you know is interested in becoming a teacher for the 25-26 school year, let us help you. We've created the New Orleans Teacher Job Board, which is the official job platform of public schools in New Orleans. You can apply to any school in the city. Simply post your resume and provide information about yourself. Visit our website to learn more and apply. www.neworleansteacherjobboard.org.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. 9 Democrats will debate tonight in the New York City mayoral race with the primary 3 weeks away. Black Mayor Eric Adams, now running as an independent, will not participate but recently criticized front-runner Andrew Cuomo.
I spent so much time fixing the governor's mess. You know, if you look at a lot of the energy that I had to do, I had to correct what he put in place.
The 2-hour no-audience debate starts at 7 p.m. The D.C. Council passed an emergency measure to block a planned July 1st minimum wage hike for tipped workers. Black Mayor Muriel Bowser pushed to repeal the voter-approved Initiative 82, saying it burdened struggling restaurants. And big names are on this year's iHeartRadio Festival lineup. Lil Wayne, Mariah Carey, and Glorilla will all be hitting the stage in Las Vegas later this summer. This year's festival will take place September 19th and 20th at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Ticket pre-sales start today with the public on sale set for Friday. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
I got a gal who's always late. Anytime we have a date, but I love her. Yes, I love her. I'm gonna walk right up to her gate and see if I can get it straight, 'cause I want her. I'm gonna ask her, is you is or is you ain't my baby? The way you're acting lately makes me My flame in your heart's done gone out. A woman is a creature that has always been strange. Just when you're sure of one, you find she's gone and made a change. Is you is or is you ain't my baby? Maybe baby's found somebody new. Or is my baby still my baby true?
Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
I'm your host, Graylin Bryant Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
Samari Dupree on the other side of the glass, y'all.
Hey.
Bringing it to you right here as we want to do. Thank you for sticking with us as we roll into this third and final hour of today's episode of the Front Porch, continuing our broadcast from the historic campus of Xavier University from our studios right here at the foot of the overpass on South Norman C. Francis Parkway, www.wbok1230.com is the address if you want to stop on by, or you can hit us up on the talk line, 504-582-9422. Travel Thursday.
Is you is or is you ain't my baby?
That's what I want to know. Is you or is you ain't?
And I don't think that ever really got a chance to live down because that came back around with Kwame. Kwame put that in his song.
Is you ain't my baby?
Mm-hmm. And if you is, then give me a great kiss. Tongue, that is.
Yeah, see? That's the modern version.
I don't think it got a chance to die.
You need direction.
Yeah.
See, back when the man made the song, I had to tell you what I wanted. You already knew.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, well.
People didn't need as much.
People
y'all need instructions.
And permission, because some people like to go on their own accord. It's like, hey,
permission.
come here, girl. Hey, no. Get your hands off of me. Thank you.
I would hope at least you got permission.
Get your hands off of me. I did not agree to this. Please and thank you.
That damn near criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
No, we don't want that. You know, some people need to be reminded.
Yeah, that's not good. Hands to yourself. And that's the way that we're all going to play together and get along
along together.
That's right. 504-582-9422 is the number. Good morning, Mike. What's happening?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Mike?
All right, so look here, Brother Brian, check this out, man.
What's up?
I don't know how you do what you do, but just keep doing what it is you're doing, right?
All right, Bill. I'm going to do my best. Thank you.
Now, this is where I'm coming from. Check it out. You in all the hot movies, man. You was on the bridge as the police. I mean, come on, bro. You did Sinners. Come on, man.
Yes, sir.
And then you was in, what this other little thing was?
Nickel
Queen
Boy.
and Slim.
Which
Are
one?
you talking about Queen and Slim?
Queen and Slim.
Queen and
You
Slim.
was the mechanic.
Yeah, I was a mechanic.
But whatever you doing, bro, don't stop, bro, because you're a bad jammer, bro. I'm trying not to cuss on the radio.
Please don't. Please don't. That will be a fine.
Cuss when
And
you
we
see
got-
me, cuz. How's that? You got full square permission to cuss when you see me. How is that?
I'm going to go with that. I'm
All
going
right.
to pull up on the radio station because I want to do it to you like a man in your face, you did? I couldn't see.
Mike, I appreciate you, cuz.
Yeah, all right.
All right, baby. Take it easy.
Well.
Yeah, don't cuss me on the radio.
Not on the radio.
I need this
Because
little
we'll get the fine while
Yeah.
you're enjoying time and then wondering what happened to us.
Yes, and they ain't no longer there no more.
Yeah, we ain't there no more. We have to pay attention to the FCC
Yes.
regulations
Yes.
because off air, it's
Oh, yeah.
open air.
Oh, yeah.
Open air to say what you want.
We just talk.
Yes.
For real talk.
For real.
Yeah, we be talking.
Indeed. That is funny.
I appreciate that, man. I really do.
Yes.
Yeah. Look, not thinking, see you a bad man, but jam.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
Gotta
indeed.
love the Front Porch listeners.
That's my people, man. Yeah. I try to represent y'all, bro.
Yes.
I'm out there because for one very simple reason. Y'all talk about people too bad.
Oh, you know what, Josh? Josh, you will belabor
Okay.
a
All
point.
right.
You will belabor, and I mean just lay on it.
Hey, bro.
Leave it alone.
Somebody told him one time laying on it was a good thing, so he has not been able to stop.
Leave it alone.
But let me, all right, hold up. I'm going to do this for you, cousin.
Goodness.
I'm going to do this for you since you just need it.
Clearly, it is needed.
All right. You ready, cousin? I want you to listen. All right? Sinners, Brothers, Nickel Boys, Five Nights at Freddy's, The Burial, Hitman, Haunted Mansion, Love, Marry, Kill, The Walk, Mona Lisa and the Blood Moon, Shapeless, Think Like a Dog, The Lovebirds, The Banker, Queen and Slim, Tall Girl, Green Book, Benji, American Made, Does God Hear Robots Pray, Impact Earth, Pitch Perfect 2, Old Boy, The Starving Games, Paradise, Red Bean Monday, The Philly Kid, Woman Thou Art Loosed on the Seventh Day, Killer Joe, Never Back Down, Who Do You Love?
Those are all the movies that are available for you to go and view that he is in.
There you go.
You're welcome.
Now that's not television.
These are movies.
Those are all feature film.
Yes. There
Tell
you
him,
go.
Nick, I don't want y'all stalking because you know I'm going to go to jail. I'm going to shoot you. So I deal with stalkers.
There you
just
go.
Tell you, it's the people court.
But you can find that on his IMDb
All you got to do is
page.
go to
You can go
IMDb.
there and find his filmography.
Yep, Bing my name. It'll come up that way.
You like that Bing, I tell you.
You being lazy, wanted me to do it for you. So
Now
there
it's
you go.
been done.
Now
And
it's
if
been done.
you ever forget, you can just run this back.
Run this back. Go back to this day, this 5th day of June, 2025 at approximately 11:10 a.m. Look for this part in the film or in the replay podcast or wherever you find
Wherever
us.
you find us.
And that way you have the entire list of films.
YouTube, Instagram,
There you go.
Tiki-Taki, all of the places.
All the good places where we
Yes.
be. We
So-
hang out in some of the best places.
That's
Okay?
questionable.
And see, Tremay's television.
Mm-hmm.
And you say you go ahead, Mark.
Lord
And
have
I know the difference, cuz. I know the difference. Y'all saw number one on the call sheet.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they tell you. That's when you say, oh, damn, I'm the star. And then it comes with a whole different weight. It comes with a whole different responsibility. And because now it's on you.
You're right.
You carrying it. See, I don't rush for them, man. Look, I'm good.
You called me. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. The check cleared. Thank you.
There you go. I'm good. Baby, I'm good. Trust your brother. I don't. No, sir. I've seen how y'all treat stars, Puffy. Michael Jackson. Mike Tyson. Elvis. I see how y'all treat stars. I don't want to be no star. I don't want to be no star. Because the number one American pastime is billing people up to tear them down. That's what we do.
Oh, girl.
What
Mark
happened?
says way more than that. Don't be offended. Don't even be shocked.
Mark!
Yeah, your reaction is too strong, and he's gonna do it more just because you had that reaction
That's
to
right.
it. Yeah, fall back.
Now,
Fall
you see,
back.
Mark, you assuming that I don't.
Oh God. Oh dear God.
No, please, no. Please, no.
Just don't go looking. And when I tell you, see, don't go looking.
Again.
Don't.
Do not engage. That's the one
Don't
thing
go
you haven't
low-key.
mastered yet. You have not mastered that part yet. We're gonna work on that.
It's like
I
when
will tell
dad
you what.
decides to play jokes and then
Yeah.
just be like,
You've got to work on not reacting.
No. You have the skill. You just got to determine your timing because, again, we're going to flash back to yesterday and the deflection on the question from the Love Island and the capacity that you had for doing that. It is the same thing that you would use to ignore something. You understand? There's something you don't want to say. No, ma'am. Oh, Oh, you gonna learn today. You gonna learn this. You look who you looking at. That's who knows. That's who no man.
You've got to learn how to not have that reaction.
Yes, and just use what you've been using.
The
It's
deflect,
already in you.
the deflect, the skip over.
I'm just shocked. Whenever I see new things, I just be like, oh, okay.
No, you don't. You heard a new question yesterday, and that was nothing okay about you.
Okay, that was different. That was
okay
different.
About
that
you.
was different.
It's all different. It's all different, and it's all the same.
Just we're gonna temper that.
I know that look too.
We're gonna temper that. We're gonna
Yes,
work on it.
ma'am.
We're gonna temper it. And it's okay.
There you go. Look, Bossy Naira, put your hand over her eyes and this. No, ma'am.
No,
ma'am.
Listen, I need her to know. I need her to get this this sense of, okay, this is funny. This may be unsafe. I should leave. Like you know.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you
She
go.
needs to be in the know for sure.
Y'all say his uncle was #1 on the call list for an episode of Cops. No, he wasn't. He wasn't #1. Just because they was chasing him, that don't be the cops still get top billing.
Right.
You got to understand.
Right.
And so the cops are still going to get top billing.
That's
Not
an
the
interesting look at that.
It's just the way it is.
Mhm.
504-582-9422. Don, what's happening? Hey, Don, you there?
Hello.
Whoa, Don. Holler back at us,
Call
bro.
us back.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
But that is what's going on, man. VHS? No.
Do we have to delve into this one? Can we let this one ride?
You want to let it go?
Yes,
All right,
please.
we're going to let it go.
Thank you.
So we're going to talk about this. Yeah, that's when y'all going to have the subscription.
Yeah, the subscription. You gotta subscribe to the behind the scenes, because my Lord, this could go
My
on
Lord,
for so in other news, anything exciting in the zeitgeist for the young people under 18?
We're having the talent extravaganza.
No, not just
awards
a regular
ceremony
talent. An extravaganza?
Yep.
Wow.
It's for the NAACP AXO competition, which I won 3rd place in the short story.
Yes.
Good deal. Mm-hmm.
And I still have to start memorizing my lines for the play I'm going to be in this year, Macbeth.
Good deal.
Who are you in Macbeth?
I'm the second witch.
You're the second witch?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, yeah. Macbeth is a great play, man.
It's a great tragedy, too.
It is a tragedy, but there's a lot of good lessons up there about trust, about understanding, or some great lessons. I had to give it to
Shakespeare?
when Bill stole that idea.
Oh.
He did pretty good, man.
Uh-huh.
But that's no.
Yeah.
Macbeth is one of
That's
my
one of them.
It's one of my favorites.
Okay.
When it comes to Shakespeare, that and Othello would be the top.
Okay.
Othello would be the top because
Desdemona.
Iago,
Yeah.
Othello, trust and betrayal and ego.
We read that, I
and-
think, in like 7th or 8th grade.
Oh, it's a good one. I like Othello.
Yeah.
504, because he was a Moor.
A Moor.
That's
Othello,
what he was. Othello,
the Moor.
The Moor.
Yes.
What? Yeah, we'll talk about that. Bill knew what y'all want to try to whitewash. What's happening, Don? Don?
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, what's going on this morning?
What's going on,
Bye,
Bill?
Johnny. Assalamu alaikum.
Lick him if you like him.
I am done.
Yeah. You know, Sister Kimber and Brother Grant, newspapers are written. I'm talking on the daily newspapers, the Times-Picayunes, and all these major city newspapers are written. They say on the 6th to 8th grade reading level.
Yeah, that is true.
Yes, USA Today.
Right, but they say the Wall Street Journal and the Financial Times is written on a 12th grade reading level.
Yes, sir, it is. That is the truth.
Okay. And so the reason I'm bringing up the reading is we understand that some of our students, all the hard work, the parents, all the hard work they've ascertained during the school year, They experienced what they labeled the summer slide.
Summer reading, summer gap, learning loss.
Yeah, summer slide. Not the electric slide. Not the dance.
All right.
But anyway, Kimber, that jogs my memory. You want to exercise, do it in the water. Do it in the shallow end of the pool. Get some swimming shoes. Walk in the shallow end of the pool. That's better than running. And it relieves the stress on all your joints, your back, hips, knees, and it gives you all the resistance that you need. You never seen a fat fish, okay? And even walking on the beach, on sandy beaches, you know, when you walk on the beach.
What?
Yes, sir.
What?
What?
What about the fat fish? What did you say?
You never seen a fat fish with blubber. Only.
What?
The whale has blubber.
Yeah.
But that's
a mammal.
built for
It's a
fuel.
mammal.
That's basically what they use for fuel. The Eskimos use for fuel, the blubber of a whale. That's fuel. They
Right,
use
but
that to
whale's
actually
not a
light up
fish.
their
Whale is a mammal.
Right, but I'm talking about a fish. A fish swims all the time.
Yes.
Right. They're in motion. We have to think about motion, not walking, not running, and all these other things. It's really motion that we want to ascertain. Motion. Our body needs motion. Our brain needs motion. To ward off Alzheimer's and dementia, it needs motion. It needs to be fed things that keeps it active and activated. But anyway, and walking on the beach, when the sand gives away to your feet, that is less stressful on your joints as well. That's why walking on the beach and sand dunes is more healthier than running and jogging, especially on concrete paved streets. Okay?
Yeah.
There's no shock absorbance in paved streets, jogging on the streets, these 5Ks, these marathons and all that stuff is really not good for your health. If they're going to run, it needs to be running on dirt or sand. But nevertheless, I want to ask Brother Grant a question. Are there any do you do actors workshops? I hear all these actor workshops like Robert Hooks, the great Robert Hooks, started the Negro ensemble, the Negro workshop for actors. And do you do workshops in New Orleans?
I've never done one. No. No.
Okay. Yeah. But anyway, that's what I wanted to kind of chime in on the importance of summer reading programs, the public libraries, and even the issue I hear, like in our southern Gulf Coast cities, you know, the heat is so stymied, you know, so it's so regressive. The summer, you know, it's slow and the economic season. No, it's a time for staycations. You know, New Orleans citizens should have staycations. They should enjoy some of the amenities that many millions come to enjoy. There should be opportunities to these restaurants to put on events, summer reading events. Or I'm sure many do put on events for the communities to understand what they contribute, what their tax dollars contribute to, what their economic abilities, and to get out and enjoy what others take for granted. You know, the parks, the restaurants, the French Quarter. My theory is this: when people talk about, Bourbon Street is great, especially in the daytime. But nevertheless, you know, from Union Terminal, from Loyola and Howard, all the way down Howard, all the way to Loyola, and going, it's an attraction for economic development. And I just don't understand why they have that tower there. What's the name of that tower that's been abandoned for years?
Plaza
that should
Tower.
be a major hotel.
The Plaza Tower.
Excuse me?
The Plaza Tower.
The Plaza Tower.
There you go.
There should be a major renovation of a hotel and business offices and all that.
Asbestos, baby. Millions of dollars. If somebody want to invest it, they're welcome to do so, but that's why it ain't been done. It's old building, and it's going to cost you millions in remediation to actually get it back into commerce. Thank you for that, though, Don. We appreciate it. We got to take this break, cuz. It's the Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Sting and stay. Y'all don't go nowhere. We're going to see you on the other side of the break.
Muggy and dry start, highs in the low 90s, but feeling like the upper 90s with mostly sunny skies. There's a slight chance for an afternoon shower. These will be hit or miss. Lows tonight in the 70s and mostly clear. Friday's highs are in the low 90s, but feeling like 100 in some spots. Another chance for spotty afternoon showers. More heat for the weekend. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, brought to you by Lowe's. Alexia Gibson has built an empire on sea malls and got a big leg up because of ABC's Shark Tank. Gibson started the business because he believed in the health benefits of sea malls. While it was in his early stages, he appeared on Shark Tank and caught the attention of Mark Cuban alongside comedian Kevin Hart. Gibson spoke to Bloomberg about how getting a thumbs up from Cuban was exactly what he was hoping for.
I went there wanting Mark from the beginning, but he technically always invests in technology companies, so I knew with me with a supplement brand it would have been a stretch, but he came back at the end of the show and nudged Kevin Hart and said, hey, let's do this together. Yeah. And I was like, there's no way I could say no to that.
Today, Gibson serves as president and CEO of the Transformation Factory, which boasts over 20,000 regular sea moss buyers. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies the same item, current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins.
Join the millions of people who are celebrating going hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins. Footwear you just step into and they're on.
It's crazy how something as simple as a pair of shoes have made my life better.
After trying Skechers Slip-ins, I want all my shoes to have this technology.
See what everybody can't stop talking about. Go hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
I'm Grant Sasheret.
And I'm Ro Brown.
Please join us for the Sports Report, Wednesdays and Fridays.
At 8 p.m. on WBOK.
The Sports Report. WBOK 1230 AM.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation is the nonprofit organization that owns the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival presented by Shell. With the funds generated from Jazz Fest, the foundation invests in Louisiana companies through economic development, cultural enrichment, and free educational programs. To learn more about what the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation does, please visit www.jazzandheritage.org.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Porch, WBOK, 12:30 a.m. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
I'm your host, Graylin Bryant Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
Samari White on the other side. Who is White? Dupree.
Dwayne?
No,
I'm
who's Dwayne?
Kimber White
Dupree. But you're Dupree. You're Imari Dupree.
Yes, I am Imari Dupree. Hey.
Yeah.
And then there's Dwayne Powell Jr.
The third.
The third.
There you go.
All right.
There you go, y'all.
Yeah.
The gang's all here. We getting it done.
Yes. Yeah. You were blending all
acting,
the people.
Baby. That just take patience.
Uh-huh.
That just, and I get a lot of practice with that on this show.
Uh-huh.
Plenty of it, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It has helped me in other aspects of my life, and I cannot tell you how good that has been.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
504-582-9422. Hey, big man, what's that?
Ooh, turn
All
that
right,
radio
Brandon
down.
and
Turn
Kim.
that radio down.
I'm going to try it one more time.
All righty.
Are we headed to Memphis?
Are we headed to Memphis? She wanted to give you that little dramatic pause right there, bro. So you think you might have a shot, but
yikes.
No, not Memphis, but keep listening, big man.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, you're
All
right.
right, later.
Yes, indeed, John.
She counted into that too.
Yep, I think she was trying to find the right button.
Yeah.
Didn't want to press the wrong thing.
I guess. Wait,
Who you
what now?
pointing at?
Giving him the instructions on how to do the trivia.
Oh, excellent.
Okay.
Well, we won't bother you anymore then.
My bad.
There you go.
I'll stay in my lane.
I thought she was actually gesturing in our direction
I know,
as well.
right?
So, no, but it's cool.
We got to mind our own self business. Yeah,
That's
we gotta
what we
mind
do.
our own self business.
That's what we do.
I mean, we're not going to, but hey.
Well, we're going to try.
Well,
We're going to try.
something
We're
like
going to
that.
act like it.
Yeah,
at
we're
the
going to
very least.
pretend.
You know,
Yes,
at the
that
very
is
least,
what
gonna
we're
act
going
like
to do. is
504-582-9422. Good morning, Pamela.
Good morning, Front Porch family. How are you?
We
Good
are well,
morning.
love.
Doing
How are
well.
you?
Oh, I'm doing very good out here working. I just got on about 30 minutes ago,
Mm-hmm.
but that last song just kind of reminded me of where my daddy is from. I think, have we traveled to Mississippi? What?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we are.
Thank you, Daddy. Yeah. Thank you, Daddy. The Mississippi Delta.
That's where we are.
That's where we at, baby. Bringing
All
you the
right,
blues.
tell Cam.
That's
Cam,
right.
I did it for us.
You did it.
You got
See
it.
that? It's the rhyme. The Cam and
Teamwork.
Pam.
Yeah,
Cam and
teamwork.
Pam.
Mm-hmm.
Great
yeah,
job.
Cam and Pam.
Great job,
Thank
Pam.
y'all. Thank you, baby.
All right,
All right.
love.
You
Enjoy
got
the
it.
rest of your day.
Okay, I will now.
All
Thank
righty.
you.
Bye-bye. How you like that?
There you
Pam
go.
Daddy
Pam
from
stepped in.
Mississippi, Jack.
Mhm.
That's right. That's where we was at in the Delta.
We got it. The
I don't know why.
birthplace of blues.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Twanging, all from the call and response. Because like my man said, y'all brought that with y'all. You brought that over here.
Right.
They didn't get that to you.
Correct.
That was in you when you got here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed. 504-582-9422. What's good, Elwin?
Hello, Braylon. Hello, Kim.
Hello, Elwin.
Good morning.
How you doing, bro?
And what's on y'all mind?
Why Elwin is calling and asking what's on our mind?
Well, I heard y'all was talking about the accident and all that stuff.
What
Which
accident?
You know, the accident people get into and they're wearing different things on them.
Oh, you were talking about people not wearing their good draws in the event of
In the event of an accident.
Yeah.
Have you heard that in your life before, Elwin?
Yeah, I did.
To
but
wear good
it
draws
ain't
in
gonna
case
matter.
there's an accident?
Guess what? It ain't gonna matter if you're in an accident because they're not worried about the accident. They're worried about healing you.
Yeah, but do you wear holy drawers?
No.
I know. Because you know. You don't want to be caught in no accident with no holy drawer.
Yeah, but the thing is,
It ain't
ain't gonna
about no
matter to
thing.
them.
You worry about what the other people worry about. I'm telling you, Elwin, Aloysius, no middle name, last name.
Lord.
Don't wear no holy drawers because you don't want to get no accident and get no embarrassment because of them holy drawers.
Well, look, it ain't gonna matter as long as they healing you up.
Then why you just don't wear holy drawers then?
The reason why you don't is because you have respect for yourself.
Oh, so if you wear holy drawers, you don't have respect for yourself?
No, I mean, look, it's got something to do with pride, dignity, and respect.
Pride PDR. So you need to have PDR in your BVDs, right?
Oh my God.
Is that what you're saying?
You open the door to this, Elwin. So
I don't understand, bro. You don't
open the door
wear
to
holy
this.
drawers, and you don't wear holy drawers for a reason. You say that's because dignity and respect is why you don't wear holy drawers, right?
Melvina Wilson.
Melvina Wilson.
Yeah, no, that's my sister. I'm seeing the doctor right now, so I'm gonna have to let y'all know about it tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Melvina, all right?
And yeah, she's fine.
Okay. Well, tell her we say here you gonna take care of your business. All right.
Bye, Kim.
Bye, Elwin.
I bet you ain't got no holy drawers on at that doctor office, though.
Oh, no.
No.
I know you don't. Bye. Bye. I know doggone well.
Lord have mercy.
Yo,
Don't put no
nah,
holy.
no.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna let them children wear no holy drawers. You ain't gonna let you see that child.
Do you have any holy drawers?
What is that?
Drawers with holes in them.
No.
Right. Right. If your mama saw you come out the bathroom after you come out the shower, you had on a pair of drawers with holes in them, what you think she'll say?
Why would she see me?
Because you walking in the house and y'all live together. Don't go out the way. You got on the hole in your drawers. You just came out the bathroom. Your mama happened to be in the hallway. She see you with the drawers on. She says you got a hole in your drawers. What is she going to do?
I don't know.
You do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Get away. You're being defiant.
Not defiant.
Yeah, she be. You know.
I don't.
Why would she see
I don't
me?
know. Like, I don't know that y'all underwear, their clothes got to the point that it was at the point that they were being tattered. Because by that time it was probably time for you to get more. They're too small. So you need more.
We grow too quickly.
No. You grow holes in your drawers, bro? I don't think you grow in that direction. I don't think you grow like that.
Yeah,
all right?
I mean,
You said that's like the Hulk. If you was growing like that.
At a certain point, like
why the Hulk don't never tear his drawers? You ever know?
Because TV. Because TV.
But the shorts grow and they tear right in the most.
It's the pants.
Spot. It's the pants.
Yeah, it's the
and
pants,
they turn
and
into
they'll
shorts.
never grow nowhere else. Which we
and then they shrink back down.
Not really. They be hanging off of him. Remember?
When he come back though, he ain't never naked. You go from the Hulk to.
But
Bruce
he
Banner.
does hold, like, he be holding his clothes on him because they're like hanging off him when he goes back to Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're right. They never tear in all of the spaces, which you would think they should.
That they should.
Because if you've grown from Bruce Banner to Lou Ferrigno,
come on now,
that's got to be a lot of growth.
It's gonna tear something somewhere.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, Sean say that could be silverfish if you got holes.
They
in your
eat through
drawers.
clothes? I thought that was moths.
The moths too. Silverfish.
I never
as
knew
well.
silverfish ate your clothes.
They'll chew through it. When you open up the
Yeah,
drawer.
exactly. Like, huh?
When you open up the drawer in the old house, if you ever been up there, you pull them open, you see them. You know silverfish.
Yeah, I know what they are. I normally see them like in the bathroom, not in the closets.
I've seen them in like just in the old house, stuff like that. You open it up and it's been there. They'll do it.
And we haven't seen moths in a long time.
That's good.
We haven't seen moths like in different places, like not just in our house, because I don't know if we've ever seen moths in our house. But like I haven't seen or heard people complaining about moths because mothballs used to be the thing.
Mothballs and cedar line closet. We had a cedar closet.
You don't hear about that anymore.
Yeah. It kept your clothes up.
Josh, if you get an underwear every 10 years, you maybe you need a GoFundMe. I don't 10 years every 10 years.
Boy, stupid.
Every
Mom said
10
holy
years?
drawers are the drawers you wear to church.
Not a
Brum, brum.
GoFundMe.
I'll be
Huh?
here all week.
Not a GoFundMe.
If you got well, first of all, anything 10 years ago would not fit you.
It would not fit me.
But 10 years and Josh is close to my big age. So every 10
you
years
ain't wearing nothing but the round part at the top. At
the waistband.
The waistband. That's all you got.
Because the rest of it
you
has
ain't
worn
pulling
through.
Up nothing.
Yeah, you've worn through.
You might as well get you what they call them thing, waist trainers, waist beads, or something like that.
It just don't wear them because it ain't there. There's nothing. There's,
tell them you command.
There's no use.
Yeah.
There's no use for any of that.
There you go.
There's no use for any of that. And I mean, literally
that is
nothing.
a splurge if you buying underwear
every 10 years. My God.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, cedar wood closets do make the whole house smell good.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But with this crazy cantankerous weather, getting warped wood is like it breaks your heart to see that good wood get wet.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
From the furniture and the water.
It happens.
Conditions. I saw your wheels turning.
Nigga say all he have is elastic.
Barely elastic. Barely. Yeah, he out here wearing waistbands. Exactly.
Ain't nothing left, bro.
Yeah, ain't nothing there. There's no fabric. The threads is they not even holding on. They
You're
just
wearing the idea of drawers. That's what you got. That's what that is.
You are not wearing any underwear at that
That's
point.
That's what that is, man.
Ain't nothing left. Literally nothing left.
And they say he's still washing them and put ain't much washing.
What you washing?
More like wrenching.
Barely that. Barely wrenching. And barely. I mean, like, it feel like if all you wearing is the waistband and hardly any elastic is left in it, you put some water on, it's probably gonna dissolve.
Oh, it probably
it's gonna fall apart.
It probably will.
Craziness. Craziness. Complete craziness. Talking about every 10 years, sir.
Yes, indeed.
Sir.
But I do have a pair of sleep pants that I probably should throw away. Not retire. Throw away.
Are they the wool ones?
They kind but they're so old that the wool has become like so soft.
It's thin.
Like, it's so
the buttery
thin.
soft that people trying to make now.
It's ripped. It ain't holding nothing nowhere. They are ripped and torn in what would at one time been considered very strategic locations, but this is just age.
They're just done.
They're just done. But I cannot.
That's like your Linus blanket. That's like your Linus blanket.
Yeah.
Your comfort. Your comfort pajamas. Those are your jammies.
Sleep pants. They're so.
Those are your jammies.
Oh man, they are so because I think they might be 10 years old.
Okay.
They may very well be because you know by sleep
pajamas. Because who wears
pajamas
pajamas at this point? Unless you're going somewhere.
And these are sleep pants. They're not quite pajamas. Tank top or no shirt, and just them is that's the sleep wear.
Mm-hmm.
But they have been worn and I got several other pairs.
Yeah.
But those are just, and when I put them on, it's like just like Josh draw. Right? It's the idea of wearing something because I'm telling you could take everything I got because you just
leave them.
Just read that right there because there's no protection. They got big split in them, but they're so comfortable.
Yeah,
they're so comfortable.
That's like your grandfather or your daddy's slides or their slippers. They were good. They were beautiful slippers when they were first purchased, but over the years, the back is barely there.
Yeah.
They crooking over on one side or another, but they're so comfortable. It has the imprint of the foot that was there before, and now your foot has put a place. I still have a pair of my daddy's slippers, and they feel like that.
In Boston.
They feel like home.
I bought her hers.
Oh.
She had on mine. Oh, Teddy said, and I could stretch my toes. Oh, my goodness. And I said, I'll send you a pair. Get your feet out.
Because, of course, once their feet go or their body parts go into your stuff, you might as well.
And I'm like, no, because you are over here.
You've lost ties. You've lost shirts.
Oh, I've lost drawers, black.
Boxers.
The
boxers,
oh,
yeah.
I had some fire polo
I knew you were
boxers,
gonna say
and
polo.
they had some polo boxers. They was plaid. Man, it was real nice. Real
Mhm.
nice. Come on, the girl come home from school. I'm looking.
She
got
dressed
on
like TLC, so I creep.
Why you
Yeah.
got my drawers on? Because it's one thing I'm used to you taking.
The ties, the hats.
I've seen my tie as a belt.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen my belt looped twice. I've seen my shirts altered, folded, altered, tied. My hats have been usurped. I thought my socks, all of my socks, my socks just go. I just thought my
you thought your drawers were safe.
Undershirts.
Safe.
Undershirts. They've been okay. I thought my boxer drawers.
You thought they were
safe. No Speedo or no men thong or nothing like that. I don't wear. I'm a boxer brief because you can't put New Orleans in that jizz. We ain't doing all that. I'm a boxer brief kind of guy, right? And at that time it was because boxer brief weren't out yet. It was just either boxers or briefs and like that. And I was wearing regular boxers. I thought that was safe. Out of all my wardrobe, I really thought my boxer drawers was safe until TLC.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that then there was no hiding. There was no safe place for any of my wardrobe. Suits, maybe, but I don't put that.
No, because even your suit coats. Now, I did not wear my dad's pants. That would be
a dress out of the suit.
That would be right. Yeah, but trying to wear a pair of your dad's pants is a waste of time.
Yeah.
But a suit jacket,
with a belt, and something,
a shirt, a button-down shirt. Matter of fact, I wore when we went to the Jazzy Jean brunch. That was Kamara's shirt that I had tied into a different top. Yeah, so your shirt, your ties, your suit jackets for sure. The pants are usually safe because
I thought my drawers was safe.
Well, you know, boxer briefs, that's shorts.
Dude,
that's shorts.
It's the Front Porch, and I'm naked. WBOK, 12:30 a.m. What New Orleans is talking about?
All day long.
They done stole all my clothes, Father. We're going to see y'all on the other side of the break.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Good Thursday morning. I'm Daryl Forges with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. Breaking from overnight, New Orleans firefighters battling a blaze inside a 14-story apartment complex in the Central Business District. It happened around 12:30 this morning at the intersection of Gravier and Barone Streets. Officials say 135 residents were safely evacuated from that building, which sustained water damage on several floors. Investigators say the blaze started on the 7th floor after food was left unattended on the stove. The Coast Guard and other agencies canvassed the Mississippi River around West Wego in search of a missing worker. We're told Rico Williams fell off a barge into the river on Tuesday night. Officials believe Williams was not wearing a life jacket. This is the second time in a little over a month that a worker has gone into the Bear River. Darius Clement was said to have been seen last in a barge and has not been found since. And drinking water concerns are overflowing for people in parts of New Orleans. This after the Sewerage and Water Board issued a notice to some residents in the Irish Channel warning the water quality has been compromised since the January freeze. Now, the Sewage and Water Board says they received a violation notification on April 22nd from the Louisiana Health Department and published a notification on the paper within 2 weeks. Leaders say people do not need to boil their water at this time. I'm Daryl Forges, and that's your headlines for WBOK. Have a great day.
Hey, everybody, it's Graylin Bryant Banks.
And Kimber White Dupree.
From the Front Porch, y'all. You know how we do. Every Monday is Movie Monday.
And Tuesday is Trivia Tuesday.
And y'all know we have nothing but bad cheering coming through here on Wednesday.
But stick with us. On Thursday, we travel.
That's right. And Friday's Free Your Mind Friday, so get your brass up.
Something on your mind? Want to get it off your chest?
Holla at your people. WBOK 1230 AM, the station you listen to.
All day long.
Hi, this is Arnie Filko. Let's elevate every Tuesday through Thursday from 6 to 7 o'clock p.m. as we discuss the community, the country, and the world, from politics to current events to sports. We look forward to your input and continuing the quality programming on your community station, WBOK. Join Carrie and I every Tuesday through Thursday, 6 to 7 o'clock p.m. on Elevated Conversations, the Arnie and Carrie Show. See you soon.
Hello, I'm Gary Clark. Please tune in to Dr. Clark 101, The Living Classroom, which is broadcasted weekly every Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. on WBOK 1230 AM on your dial. And as always, it's been a pleasure.
Crew NOLA invites you to join their community network in celebration honoring Juneteenth and Pride Month. On Thursday, June 19th, diverse professionals will gather for FET by a crew, an evening of authentic connection and collaboration from 5 to 8 p.m. at the lab on Ursulines Avenue. This safe, inclusive space brings together innovators across the greater New Orleans area and the Gulf South for meaningful conversations that advances your business and professional career. A crew creates pathways for sustainable growth through genuine community. So for driven networking like this, learn more at accrunola.com/RSVP.
Visit DePaul's new Algiers Health Center at 2801 General de Gaulle Drive to receive primary and preventive care for both adults and children. Services also include behavioral health, imaging, and on-site pharmacy, vision, Medicaid enrollment assistance, and more. For appointments, visit DePaulCommunityHealthCenters.org or call 504-207-3060.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
I'm your host, Graylin Bryant Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Hey, y'all.
That's Imari Dupree on the other side.
Hey.
And you are serving as an instructor right now.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are. They call you Trey because you're the third, bro? I'm going to call you Trey. Trey! How's the instruction coming, man?
It's a learning process, but it's going.
You getting there? Yeah. Amari a good teacher?
Oh,
you
Lord.
gonna fit right in here, nephew.
Oh, Lord. The look on your face, the look on her face. Yeah, okay.
Yes, I ask these questions because I elicit those types of responses. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It is beautiful. Thank you so much. That's what we doing, y'all. Right here on Travel Thursday, we have gone all the way up to the Delta.
Yes.
To the Mississippi Delta, y'all. All the music, the jazz that you heard in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all that's Mississippi Delta music, man. Those are the artists where that comes from. So that type of music that's coming out the Delta where the blues was born is not just in the Delta.
Correct.
They have more types of music coming out of there because the blues was born from them work songs.
Yes.
You know, the call and response that was a part of the survival process that got us past the Middle Passage. The music, the rhythm, the things that we brought with us.
And it's still very present in a lot of the things that we do now.
Still today as we speak, it is. So keep that in mind, y'all. That's why we go to the Delta, because that is the next route. That's where the seeds that were brought here were planted and took place and grew. because the seeds that were planted there came across on the Middle Passage as well.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't native to the soil in which they grew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did find its way to Chicago. However, it was talking about
Absolutely.
its origination, which is in the Delta.
In the Delta.
A lot of people that ended up in Chicago came from
Roots,
the Mississippi
Absolutely.
and or Louisiana.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
California get most of the Louisianians. That's what Mississippi got. Illinois got a lot of Mississippians,
Mm-hmm.
and California got a lot of Louisianians.
Yes.
But there were, of course, mixes and matches as
That
you
went
go through
in different places.
But yeah, and they called it Chicago Blues.
The Great
It's different
Migration.
From, oh yeah, it's different from Delta Blues,
Uh-huh.
and it's different from it's more electric. Muddy Waters, who came from Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a great line from
Where
the
did
movie.
where was Lil Walter from?
I think Lil Walter was from Alabama.
Okay.
I think Lil Walter was from Alabama because I think we featured him when we was doing on Travel Thursday, and I think we went to Alabama. I think he's from Alabama.
Let me see.
We're gonna find out.
I'm not exactly sure, but
I don't want to give him a state that's
his
not
life,
his.
though short, was very fascinating to me.
You get in, baby.
Very
Blues man,
fascinating to me. Like all of the things that he lived through. He was a hardhead. That makes sense. He was young. Oh my God. But he was
Where was he born?
where? Oh, Marksville, Louisiana.
Oh, that boy, your homeboy.
Yeah, Marksville, Louisiana.
I don't know why I thought Lil Walter's from Alabama.
I did too,
Sorry,
and
Lil
then
Walter.
also the behavior. Then that also makes
That
more
is-
sense
wow,
to me
went
too.
on.
Yeah, that makes a lot of Marion Walter Jacobs, born May 1st, 1930, and died February 15th, 1968. That is young.
That's young, man.
That is very young.
That's young.
That is crazy.
Career cut short, but we still got music, man. That's the
Yeah.
beautiful thing. Some of them guys managed to
37
find a way.
years old.
37.
Jesus.
Yes,
Little Walter.
Indeed. A musician.
Yes.
Past musician.
Harmonica
blues guy. Yeah.
player from Marksville, Louisiana. I'll have to find Cadillac Records to give you a little peek at the idea of him.
There you go.
Because he 37.
But
Good
what a
God.
life.
My good.
He piled in a lot of living in them
He
short
did.
37
He
years.
did.
Yes, indeed. A
Mhm.
lot of living in them little short 37 years. But that's, some people see it like that, man.
Mhm.
Live fast, die young, leave a pretty corpse.
Yeah.
They get everything early because they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know.
He played the harmonica, the guitar, and he also sang.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Recognizable voice.
Mm-hmm.
That accent Columbus Short used for Lil Walter was Louisiana. Now y'all heard, wait, what happened?
The accent Columbus Short used for Lil Walter was Louisiana.
Was-
How
yeah.
y'all heard Alabama? I mean,
I thought Lil Walter, not from the accent, from
Right.
what I had read,
that you
I
thought
thought
he
I
was from
remembered
Alabama.
that he was from Alabama.
I
but
didn't assume
it's
he was
cool.
from Louisiana. I didn't know.
I didn't know. I thought I
Southern
read
for
he was
sure.
from Alabama. But no, I'm glad to claim my homeboy.
Yeah, Southern
Glad
for
to
sure.
claim him. Yes,
Just didn't
indeed.
know the exact locale. But now that we know,
That's right.
Marksville, Louisiana, shout out to the boot.
That's right.
Yeah,
Now we
shout
don't
out to the boot.
we don't claim Louisiana
We are
as
New
a
Orleans.
New Orleanian.
Yes.
But I do claim Louisianians who are worthwhile.
Yeah.
You understand? Lil Walter being one of them.
Mhm.
Absolutely. So many great musicians from different parts of the
Humbuggish.
city.
Good God.
Humbuggish, baby. That's a Louisiana thing.
Buggish. Oh, wow.
You gotta love it, baby.
Mhm.
That's indeed.
My goodness.
Thank y'all, listeners, for giving us 3 hours out of your lives that you'll never get back. And we certainly hope we've given you a little bit of something in return for the investment of your time. I'm your host, Graylin Bryant Banks.
And I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Take care of yourselves and each other.
That's Amari.
Bye-bye.
That's something new. Yes, indeed. Trey, you want to tell the people bye?
Bye, everyone.
All right, y'all.
There we go.
Do me a favor. Practice random acts of kindness. Do something nice for somebody just because it's a nice thing to do. Take care of yourselves and each other. And we're going to see y'all on the flip.